So what exactly am I listening to? This is certainly interesting.
It's meditative rain.
Hey, I got an idea. Watch this. I was able to connect to my computer back at home, and even though the connection is
Hmm.
terrible here, I can still actually um, use that computer through like a virtual desktop, and I think it should work if I'm not incorrect here. Are you seeing radar from the new feed I just added?
Yeah, I think I put it in one sec. Let me see what I'm doing.
So the place I'm in has like satellite data, so it's like 500 millisecond delay. I need some
Why is
Starlink.
that?
Yeah, see, because the connection from my computer at home to the stream is perfect, right? But, I just need like a terrible connection here to be able to connect to it to show the radar easily. So, anyways, yeah, this Petrolia storm is interesting. It's the one we were watching. It's hard to say if there's rotation of the surface because Canadian radar is incredibly noisy. But yeah, Brenda says 3D weather burst time. See, that's the thing is, I'm actually controlling my computer at home right now, so I could, in theory, bring up the 3D weather burst or anything else. But yeah, for right now, I think we want to just keep an eye on radar because these storms are looking pretty interesting coming over from Michigan. So this is a pretty rare late night event. Kind of reminds us of that Leamington event when Leamington had a tornado in the middle of the night kind of thing. So we're just keeping an eye on them as close as we possibly can. So thank you everybody for joining us, and yeah, just doing the late night meditative rain live stream. Hopefully I'm coming through clear. It's very possible that I'm cutting off because my connection is brutal.
You're coming through clearly.
Oh, okay, I'm using cell data for just for my voice, and then I'm using like the satellite Wi-Fi to connect back to my computer in Barrie. So that seems to be working. By the way, does anybody notice that there's polygons on the screen? And not just any.
Looks like Adam's audio cut out, but his computer is still here. It's the ghost of Adam. See if he comes back. If not, I'll put the radio back on.
I only have 1 bar of LTE, so we're up here near Dorset, and I only have 1 bar of LTE. So my voice might kind of cut in and out depending on if I keep connection or not. But once in a
Yeah,
while,
you
I think
just
it
cut
could.
out for like a good minute there.
Yeah, like I wasn't even connected. I had to reconnect to StreamYard. So,
But your computer stayed on the stream.
well, of course, because it's my home computer, right?
True.
So that's kind of a cool workaround there, I think, which is pretty sweet. So that's useful. That's one way to do it from a distance, right? Just use like virtual desktop stuff. I'm just using a program called TeamViewer, and yeah, it's pretty cool. Brenda says I should have another look at Petrolia. 1 second here. Anyways, but yeah, so you can see we actually have Environment Canada's, tornado watch here in red. And then if you see this polygon in blue, we're going to make the polygons a lot thicker, by the way. Right now they're extremely thin. But if you see the polygons in blue, that's the custom notification that I sent over with the storms. And then I think if I zoom in here, I have the orange one I sent for the Sarnia area as that storm is rotating as it was coming across pretty quick. So and that's literally what I wrote in the custom update was incoming concerning storms on that exact thing. But yeah, and if we again, this is on Instant Weather Pro here, but this is actually the Instant Weather Pro testing suite that we have before we send it out to the beta test. So it's a test before the test. So all the beta testers will be getting this version very, very shortly. So hopefully tomorrow, I think. We'll probably deploy it tomorrow, I think. But we do need to do some improvements on it, like prioritizing which polygons are on top of which other polygons. So if I click down here, you see the tornado watch, right? It'd be cool if you saw, actually, wherever you clicked, if you saw a list of the different alerts, that would actually be better. I need to write that down before I forget that. Yeah, if you clicked on this and it said tornado watch, it had a custom update. And so it had all the different options, and then you can click on that and get like the full details for it. That'd be pretty sweet. That would be good. But anyways, let's go back to watching these storms. Let's see here. I might have slow movement because, again, I'm trying to control my computer that's hours away. Yeah, I'm not really liking the look of this right here. One second here. Move this over and get rid of this pop-up box. And zoom in on this. Yeah, Petrolia. This is a rotation signature potentially with Petrolia. It's hard to say for sure, but I think that's a rotation signature. Hey, Brennan, are you watching this here?
Yeah, I'm here.
It's like 92 kilometers an hour on one side of this, and the other side is minus 144. So this is potentially 90 kilometers an hour of rotation. If it's not noise, because this radar is so noisy, but you know what? This does stand out. Like, it doesn't look like the rest of the noise. It looks different. I think I'm going to go minor on this. What do you think, Brent?
Yeah, it can't hurt.
I don't think so.
Because there's kind of like, if you look over in Michigan, all these storms are like having like little pockets of like brief rotation, and they just spin up and then they dissipate. So that's probably what we're going to see tonight.
I just realized I'm on tilt 2. I need to go back to tilt 1 here. Tilt 1's even noisier. Oh, tilt 1's a total mess. Tilt 1's so hard to see it. Tilt 2 is actually your friend. Tilt 2 is, oh, you know what? That's an update there. And I don't see it as much. I think I need to go into split mode here. Single, split. Yeah, that'll help. No, I think it's disconnected, eh? Brian, you see that? It's disconnected. I don't think it's really...
there was something that was disconnected too over on the US side of the border. I'm not sure if it's still there. I looked at it earlier. And
disconnected makes me think it's more like...
interesting.
Disconnected can be like it's undercut, and it's like it then becomes like more outflow. Like when the storm gets undercut, then it's like when the the front is going too fast, kind of thing, and then like at the front almost moves past it. All of a sudden the storm's on the wrong side of the front, and it's not really getting all the lift that it wants. Oh, there's a pretty nasty looking storm over west of northwest of Windsor, actually. Whoa. It's really strong. I'm looking, if you look actually from, hold on a second here, let's back this up. If you look from Exeter over there and velocity, I think I've got the latest update here. What's a 16? What time is it? 27. Oh no, I probably have much more current update here. 22, there we go. Okay, so let me just watch if I show you pull the velocity over. And sorry about my slow movement, but again, I'm trying to control my computer from hours away. It's tricky. Oh, that's the wrong way to zoom. Here we go. Brennan, you're looking at this near the KDTX. These storms are getting cooking. That's from a distance, but that's definitely upper level rotation. Let me see. I'm
I
gonna try
would think
KDTX.
it's because of the distance. It's probably hard.
Yeah, but you know what? It's also
sure.
it's looking at the top of the storm, and a lot of the time, especially when storms are like right beside a radar, I like looking at a different radar, and then sometimes you can see like, is the top of the storm rotating? I mean, look at this on KDTX. Like, these storms are going. Gotta keep an eye on these. Yeah, they're just getting going. You can see the signature starting to show up. Now, I know we had the TD-TW radar working before, but I think it's been problematic lately, but let's see if it works now. I think sometimes connections can cause problems with radars loading, because I've had some connection issues, but let's see. I'm going to do a test here. Chances are it won't work, but let's see what happens. I think we need to do some work on TD-TW.
Yeah, I've been trying and it doesn't load.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there, because it was loading for a bit, so obviously it's probably something small. But we had them going, no problem. You know what we just need to do? We need to ignore the first tilt, because the first tilt is actually used for airplanes, I think, because it like totally doesn't read precipitation. It's just like I think it's like a clear air mode. It's like an extremely clear air mode that's like picks up the tiniest little pixel of a plane, you know, because they're trying to track planes with the same radar, right? So that's what I think air traffic control is doing there. Is that they have that one tilt so they can see if any planes are nearby, and then everything else is for weather. No, it's not working. That's odd. I wonder why. Oh well, just refresh. Actually, it's just a website. Just refresh and you're good to go. All right, let's see here. Yeah, it's these storms that are still concerning, the ones near Farmington Hills. We'll see what they do as they track east. I wonder what the environment's like, though. I gotta take a look. The one thing with the overnight stuff, right, is it can be very elevated. So it could be off the surface. Not a problem. That can always happen in these late night tornado risks. There's still a decent environment, though. Supercell's a 4, and there's an 8 just southwest of Leamington. Yeah, it's still pretty. You know what? There's not a lot of inhibition. This is a pretty legit overnight risk. At least for southwestern Ontario. A lot of the time, it's like, especially if it's like late season or early season, you have like, you know, the cold lakes affecting it, and then like these storms come over and they look so strong in Michigan, and then as soon as they like hit Windsor or they hit, you know, Sarnia area, they just totally die off. It happens. Apprentice next must be terrified watching Adam's computer running itself at home. Yeah, I don't think he cares. He's probably not concerned. James is asking about Barrie. The only concern I have with Barrie right now is the flooding risk. The flooding risk is an issue. And there's going to be some storms, and you know it's possible they could be severe. But overall, I think it's mainly the flooding risk for Barrie, because you know some of the models talking 50 to 100 millimeters. So we'll see. I'm not even going to be home, so that's going to be tricky. Thank you, everybody, for joining us on the late night stream. Hopefully, I'm coming through clear, and if I am, then that is. I'm surprised with 1 bar of LTE that I'm coming through clear, but that is that's interesting. The storms going right towards Lake St. Clair right now are definitely rotating in the upper levels, like strong rotation in the upper levels. So let me see what I've got on the stream here. Oh yeah, it's these ones right here. So let's make sure we've got the latest update. So I think live mode doesn't work with US radar yet. So you have to click off KDX if you're using a Weather Pro, and you have to click it on there. And then that is the latest update, 22. We should have an update sooner than that. I don't know why 22 would be the last one. That doesn't make any sense. Let's go check CSEG. We'll see. Let me see here. Yeah, it's these two storms right here. Let me go to tilt 1. Yeah, so this is definitely upper level rotation near Bloomfield Township in Michigan and Waterford Township. This is definitely something going on with these cells. I'm going to go into split mode here. Hey, Dante. Francis, I'm disappointed. Uh, I'm trying to be quiet because everybody's sleeping. So, and yeah, I'm just trying my best to be quiet. I'll be right back. Give me 1 second. Yeah, so I'm just watching the storm near northwest of Wallaceburg. On far range Detroit radar, there's a little bit of rotation showing up in the upper levels here near Whitebread, between Port Lambton and Wallaceburg. And then there's also this kind of a hook a little bit to the west as well. I think, is it that far behind? Yeah, I think the delay might be substantial there, unless Brennan's showing his radar. Brennan, is that your radar? Or is that the one I'm using? Aha, I see. Yeah, sorry, I left for a minute, so you probably...
Yeah, I changed it.
Okay, cool, awesome, appreciate it. Yeah, so there's a couple of interesting cells that we need to pay attention to here. Canadian radar is really hard to read in these types of situations, but see what it's showing on that cell between Wallaceburg and, was it Port Lambton? Yeah, I guess this is probably the signature here from that station. So yeah, it's interesting. This almost looks like something here. So hard to read this radar. There's almost something going on here. Sorry folks if I'm being quiet today, but I'm trying not to wake up the family, and and so we'll have to be quiet. But that's okay, because it's late night anyway, so you're probably all sleepy, I'm sleepy. Let's watch some storms. Yeah. Well, you know what's crazy? When I changed the radar, I saw it on my phone before I saw it happen on my computer that I clicked. That's weird. For those who haven't been watching, where I'm actually connected to my computer back in Barrie, all the way up from Dorset, which is kind of southeast of Huntsville. I'm up here for a few days to go to a wedding, a family wedding, which is cool. So anyways, we've had a lot of fun up here. Dorset, we went and visited the town of Dorset today, and it was actually really nice. It was pretty cool. There's like a Home Hardware there. Or what is it? Is it Home Hardware? I think. It's like Robinson's Home Hardware, but like a big general store and stuff, and cool bridge, and it's a nice little place. Is anybody from Dorset on the live stream? Probably not, because this is stuff for their area. But Brenda said I didn't go visit Squirrel Depot. Now that's a bit longer of a drive. It's a pretty rough drive. Melissa says the calming music is definitely causing sleepiness to set in. That's not helpful. We're not trying to lull everybody to sleep when there's strong storms moving in. That would be the opposite. Misty says Dorset is amazing. Oh, I'm trying to get your comment on the screen. There we go. Oh no.
Everyone was complaining they were falling asleep, so I threw that up, and that solved the whole problem.
It was only a matter of time, folks. Only a matter of time. Oh dear. Well, I like that. The music has gone to super extremely like uber chill. Is there any way when you had that kind of classical guitar on and stuff? That was pretty sweet. I didn't mind that at all. I was actually, you know what? I thought I should turn my camera on and pretend I'm playing it on the guitar.
Yeah, I was just looking for. I was looking for longer clips because it was repeating like 2-minute clips over and over and over.
Are you using the default StreamYard audio, or are you finding like other like royalty free stuff?
Yeah, other stuff.
What are you getting from Pixabay or?
Yeah.
Oh, nice, cool. Yeah, Pixabay's got good stuff. Yeah, what's going on with this storm? I'm telling you, this Whitebread storm. Has this been multiple frames now? I don't even know if I can go back on this, but let's try it. It might work. Might not.
No, I've been trying. You can't loop US radar at the moment.
Yeah, I don't know why that's happening. It's so weird. Doesn't make any sense. Oh, hold on. I mean, if you like only 6 frames, you should be able to do it. Yeah, I'm looping US radar. What are you talking about? I don't know where velocity is, but I'm definitely looping it.
Maybe it's because I was using the other version. I've switched to the production version.
Oh, that's right. That could be that. Yeah, it could
So
be
maybe
that.
it was fixed.
Maybe it's fixed on the staging version. Yeah, I think he did fix it because you remember too, like when you would go back a frame or when you would animate, you would lose the most current frame. I don't know if you remember that, but that was annoying also. But yeah, I think we fixed that too. So we need to push those changes from the staging version over to the live version, especially with the polygons and everything too. So we're going to make the polygons thicker, obviously, because they're super thin. We're going to add a drop shadow to them, and we're going to again prioritize what's supposed to be on top here, because I don't know if you can tell, but I don't think the tornado watch is on top on this top line. I think it's underneath or something. I don't know if there's a special weather statement there, or maybe it is there. I'm just not seeing it because I'm not zoomed in enough. Oh no, it's still there. Okay, so the tornado watch is on top in this case, which is good. But you know what, Brendan, I don't know if you noticed, there's also polygons for, there's also like the polygons for your notifications and stuff. So some of them we have to, like
Yeah.
the forecast, we should probably pull the forecast off. Although we should actually keep the forecast, like if somebody, we should have it like as an option, so somebody can enable the forecast polygon, and then they can see which areas you've highlighted. You know, so that's a useful thing. But I think it kind of it's a little clustered right now with like 9 different polygons.
There should be like a weak fill under the polygons on the map just to indicate where the areas are.
You know, it would be interesting if, oh, a weak fill. Yeah, we could easily do the turn fill on, turn fill off option, right? And like be able to change the opacity of it, be able to make it more
Yeah, just
transparent and
keep
stuff.
the outline on top of the radar, but put the fill under the radar.
That's right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That style. Yeah, I like that style for sure. That's a cool style. Um, yeah, that's probably a pretty good idea, especially with the big black like map. It's just such a dark map, right? So it would help things stand out. You know what would actually be cool is if on the right side here, you know, I kind of like this look where the radar's off and you can just see the polygons. And it might be cool if what the heck was I going to say? If we should add the storm reports from the community, like on top of a map like this, so it's just the storm reports and the polygons. You know, just so you can kind of see like a clean view without radar of like what storms are being alerted, and you could see all like the you know, like damage reports or something like that.
I'd
It would
even
be pretty cool.
consider
So,
adding a white map option for alerts.
oh yeah, we're gonna have a bunch. We're gonna have
white would look better.
It's actually real. It's, you know what the crazy thing is? That is an extremely easy feature to add. It's just one of those ones that gets pushed so far down the list it never like comes back up for air, because there's just so many other important things to do that like the last thing is like, oh, let's change the map options. You know, but people do like to customize it, right? So we probably should have done that on our app a long time ago to be able to make the radar on instant weather, to be able to make it dark. People have been begging us for dark mode for so long, but it's just like there's a few other major important things we need to tackle, and then we can go and do like the sprinkles on top of the donut, you know, like then we can just start like saying, you know, doing dark mode and adding all these wild features and stuff. Yeah, there's a lot we can do after that. So Debbie says, has the tornado watch changed? I don't think it's changed.
No,
I
it
don't think
hasn't
they've changed the wording. Well, it's funny, Brendan. I saw you posted about the severe thunderstorm watch had the mention of an isolated tornado 3 times. It's like, oh, 3 times over. So,
they did
you know,
it in the tornado watch too.
Oh, okay. Well, they did.
They mention it 3 times in the
too,
tornado watch too. Oh, don't think Adam's here with us any longer. That 1 bar of LTE finally gave out. I'll switch back to my radar while we wait for his return. Looks like Adam's back.
And we're back. This storm over here near Troy, Michigan, and the one to the left, the west of it, those two storms,
Yeah, I've been watching it.
if they can stay strong
They keep trying to
until
spin
they
up,
reach
but they
Wallaceburg,
haven't.
then they could be interesting. It's so late though. It's 1 in the morning. Like, so rare we have like a risk into the overnight. I mean, it's not rare for like Essex County. That's all they have. It's just always these like late night risks. Sometimes afternoon stuff, but can everybody hear me? I feel like I'm continuing to have.
Oh, yeah, Adam just cut out again. We'll take a look again. Switch it back to my radar. And we can look at those stores that Adam was talking about near Troy, Michigan. See right here, there's 2 different spots. This one near Troy, and then this one near Pontiac. They keep trying to, like, it's very, very broad rotation, but they just keep trying to spin up. Let's see if I can get...
So this storm that is currently east of Troy, Michigan, it's definitely one I'm watching as it heads towards the Wallsburg area. Still quite a ways out, but it's on its way there. And the newest update is looks even more concerning here. Let's see if we can get it to pull up here. That's the 49 update here. Yeah. So yeah, I've only got one bar of LTE. I just moved my phone. I think maybe it's in a better position versus where the signal's coming in from. So hopefully that improves things. But anyways, hope everybody's having a nice evening. It's not snowing, so there's that. And with the warm weather, we get the storms, so that's what we have to deal with. But you know what? That's not too bad. Not so bad. But yeah, this storm east of Troy, Michigan has my attention for sure. So does the one up by Orion Township. These two storms, and there's a couple actually behind them. There's another couple of storms heading right towards the DDTX radar site. These ones right here are interesting. Everything's starting to rotate around here. So there's that. And I wonder if it just needs to hit the right lake breeze or something to really get cooking. We'll see. I think my connection is working better, so that's good. Thanks, Brenda. I appreciate you posting that. Nikki says, how do you know when it's rotating? So the green versus on the right hand side, we're looking at wind. This is wind over here, and this is rain on the left. But on the right hand side, it's most important is seeing like red versus the green. Really emphasizes that the winds are moving toward and away from the radar. So when you have toward and away from the radar data that's really close together, like a bright red and a bright green right together, that's how you know the thing's spinning pretty good. And these are starting to rotate for sure. That is for sure. I'm not sure why the US data's, oh yeah, this is the test suite as well. There's the 54 frame. I think there's a frame even newer than that. Yeah, this is really starting to get a hook on it near Shelby, Michigan is really, you can see it starting here, and the next frame is even stronger. Shelby, Michigan has a pretty decent little tornado risk with this supercell.
Yeah, I just wanted to mention I have the 1257 frame or 1259 now.
Oh, you have it on
a
the
different app.
On
a different app right now.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And there's like a hook heading into Macomb Township.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
Shelby.
That's what I was just mentioning. It's like, yeah, there's a hook echo.
Yeah.
And the rotation.
It kind of looks like.
It's not so super tight. That's the only thing I'm thinking with it, is that it's
No.
not super tight, but the reflectivity is off the hook. Literally the hook. It is a hook.
Literally.
It's literally the hook. Yeah, you know what? It looks pretty solid. It's they're on 2-minute updates. I'm not sure if we're dealing with 2-minute updates, so that's something we might have to improve. I think we're typically thinking about like 5-minute updates, but that's usually the radar scan strategy. But during storm times, they sometimes switch the strategy, so I think we need to take that into account. Let's see here. Yeah, the 54 frame. So we should get the new frame pretty soon, which is the 59 frame. But yeah, that storm is a problem for Shelby and Macomb Township. Shelby Charter Township. That storm looks pretty nasty and it's got a pretty good hook. Brennan, do you see all the other rotating storms like moving towards DTT?
Yeah, it's just like
KDTX right
a
now?
whole line behind them.
Wow, did the models ever call that though, right? That's exactly what the model said. They said like 4 supercells in a row kind of thing, like a line of supercells.
Although
And
I
it's
think they're coming in a little later. And I saw Mark Robinson on Twitter mention that because they're coming in later, they may have less environment to work with.
Oh yeah, they definitely have less environment to work with. But if you had something like, that's the thing is, if you have something like this Macomb storm and it gets a really killer hook on it and it becomes a self-propagating supercell, then even though the environment drops off, it can still push through that and still be. So that's the thing, is it's like I've heard a lot of incredibly brilliant meteorologists like talk and say stuff like, even though the supercell like drops off like a sharp, like the supercell in the cave, they all drop off right at this point, just because that is what the environment is being observed. If you have a supercell that's super strong and it's like regenerating itself, it can just walk past that so-called drop off in the environment and just keep producing a tornado further in than you'd expect. So they're like, don't cut your polygons off too early, because that storm could keep going east, and still be a problem. So this Petroleus cell is interesting, but I think this is noise. It's so noisy over here, it's hard to tell. I don't know. It's hard to tell. It's the noises. You know what though? I find sometimes when storms are elevated, they start becoming like noisy like this. So I'm thinking maybe that's it. Maybe it's possibly like further up off the surface. But look at the values on tilt 2 though. Holy moly! Tilt 2 on these storms. That Avonry, that one is like. Okay, this sounds like a lullaby, Brendan. So even though this does have the cool classical guitar, this definitely sounds like it's rockabye baby putting me to bed.
Just wanted to mention that the violent tornado parameter is actually a 2 over Windsor right now. Brought it up.
Sorry, what did you say? It totally cut off for me.
Oh, the violent tornado parameter on Mesolink scale analysis is actually a 2 right now over Windsor.
So yeah, I think I'm back. So
yeah, you're back.
And we're back.
I just brought up on the stream the violent tornado parameter is at 2 over Windsor.
Whoa, really?
Mm-hmm.
Why is this catching my attention here? This was that storm from earlier that made me do the orange polygon. It's the same storm. It's got a weird shape, but there's something going on here. That's tilt 2 though. Let's go to tilt 1. It's not good there. This is interesting though. yeah, it's so frustrating. I like, obviously when there's severe risks, if I like to be able to go live and be able to do it from home. But technology is pretty amazing because even up in Brennan's neck of the woods, I'm still able to control my computer and still able to have just enough cell phone juice to be able to talk on the stream. Just enough. I'm using 2 separate internet connections to be able to do this. It works. I was gonna actually earlier on when you started the stream, I was gonna come on here and just do harmonies with the ooze. Yeah. So I keep getting cut off. It's really annoying. Oh, new frame from KDTX. Thank you. Yeah, these storms are certainly interesting. They're tricky though. Pretty tricky. Okay, we got the 105 frame. All right, so we're caught up there. That's good. Yeah, US is caught up now. So that's 105. That is good. This might have weakened a little bit. The Michigan looks a little sloppier than it did before, which is good news. This is what we want. Like, some people can be like, I really want a crazy storm, kind of thing. And we're like, yeah, we don't want any of these storms to do anything. We want them to all fizzle out to a garden variety rainstorm. That would be good. That would be optimal, I think. Oh, so sorry. I'm trying to block this spam. I think I just put it on the screen.
I got it.
All right, thanks.
I blocked it.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, I should just let you do those because I'm like so delayed. Like by the time I clicked it to block it, I ended up putting it up on the screen. That's a bad idea. I'll just let you do those. It's all good. Thanks for hanging out in the middle of the night with me, Brennan. But you and I, we're pretty much the same in the way that. Oh, 1 second here. Oops. I think I just put my email on the screen. That's bad. Before it even happens, you should take it off the screen.
I took it off as fast as I thought.
Yeah, I could almost warn you because my phone's faster. My phone has less latency. So I did a speed test, and the satellite internet, like, I don't know if you heard me say, but it's like 596 millisecond delay, right? Because it's so far away. And but the phone is going to be like, anywhere from 50 to 100 milliseconds probably. So I can audibly tell you faster than something I just did on the screen. Yeah, I forgot that I have to swipe over to not be in the kind of virtual desktop. If I'm not in the virtual desktop, then I can go and browse my email. But if I'm in the virtual desktop, it's probably a bad idea because now then I'm showing it on the live stream. That's all right. These are mistakes you never stop making. It's called live streaming, technical stuff. Yeah, of course, Brennan. There's people are trying to claim these open source songs. Every time we use these open source songs, we always get copyright claims, and then we always fight them, and the people
Yeah.
always back down. It's so
It's
annoying.
actually, I was looking into it, and it's actually automated process. Some of these songs are marked on, like, Pizza Bay, yeah.
Yeah,
as
Pixabay,
they
yeah.
are fingerprinted, so it will trigger a copyright, but they provide us with like a license. So I just uploaded the license to a song that we have, and it
Yeah.
just got rid of the copyright right away.
Oh, okay. So as long as you upload a
I
license
did
that
that
you
with
have open source,
the bagpiping song.
I think you got to do with another one because there's another YouTube one. If anybody read
Probably.
my email when I put it up on the screen, they probably saw it.
Oh, was that the one a few days ago?
No, this was at
A new
12:04
one.
a.m. So this was obviously from whatever
Okay,
song
so
you're
it was
playing
probably
was
the
an
stream
hour
from
ago.
before. Oh, because I put the
Um,
bagpiping song on. It likes
it
to
might have been
trigger it
that.
each time.
It might have been that. But it said something different. What did it say? Just read this. It's copyright content. It's called Just Relax. So it's probably
Oh, okay, so that's the first song. I'll deal with
okay.
that.
Yeah, you can figure that out. It's all good. Thanks, man. Um, yes, we're doing a very laid back evening live stream, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to ASMR with Instant Weather, where we play gentle sounds of raindrops and all those things. You know what? That might actually there might be something to this, Brennan. You know, because sometimes our live streams are just
Don't mind it. For like
that.
low stakes events where there's like not much going on, at least we'll be
I mean,
live.
not even that. I'm talking just the chill vibe. You know, there's something about storms themselves and alerts. You know, they already increase anxiety, right? When you get an alert and you're like, you know, like rotation. Oh, that's not great. You know, and then so if you come over onto the live stream and we're like flashing red lights, wee wee, and like, you know,
I know who you're referring to with that
I'm
comment.
not. I'm not just referring to him. I'm just saying, like, you know, it's just the concept of, do you
Well,
want to calm people down or do you want to like rile them up? Like, and I would think people would rather be calmed down. That's where we always get really
to
great
his
feedback from,
credit,
like,
he's kind of toned down with that type of stuff in his
no, he
early
has for sure.
days.
He has for sure. And don't get me wrong, I think he's brilliant. But it's the um, you know, I think there's something to what you're doing here, especially for late night. It totally perfectly makes sense, right? But for doing like a big time event, the idea of more relaxing music and more like, think about your
Hmm.
live stream you just did the other night, right? Like, I listened to the whole thing, and then I saw comments where people said that, listening to you was very relaxing, and I'm like, you know what, it was like you just calmly went through you calmly explained what you were doing. And it's not like me, where sometimes I get a little riled up and I'm like, oh my god, this is crazy, like these storms are bananas, right? So it was interesting to see, to have that difference. And Alana too, she was like nice
Well,
and
I have
relaxed with
two
you. You guys
modes.
sounded
My
we got
non-relaxed
that.
mode can't be going on the live stream because I will be saying words that shouldn't be said on the live stream.
Yeah, I see. So you're not
So
safe for
my
work
calm mode
mode.
keeps my filter at bay.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, yeah, that's true. That's true. Absolutely. It's a tricky thing to do, but I mean, it'd be interesting. I'm gonna jump back to the comments here. I don't even know where they are. Oh, they're on my phone. That's why. I don't want to move it though, because the connection seems stable right now. But let's see here. Steven says, shame they don't answer. Sorry, we're just chatting on the live stream and seeing, you know, talking about different concepts here. Oh, Mandy says my family lives in Howell, Michigan. Interesting. So just Derek says they are slow to react. Sorry, I'm not. I wasn't looking through the comments because I have to keep the phone further away from me just to make sure I don't cut back out. So that's probably why. I should check for a new radar frame though. That's enough yammering. All right, let's see here. Sorry, folks, we're half asleep. We're half asleep in the moment right now, and that may be affecting our ability to be comprehensive. What are you seeing? Oh my
Let me
goodness, I see
see.
that. It's so strong.
Yeah, you're seeing
East
that
of
too?
Macomb. East of Macomb. Whoa, that just got way
Yeah,
stronger.
we
Whoa,
don't
hold on,
have
hold
the
on.
frame on Instaweather Pro right now, but I can
What?
see it
That
on a
is
different app.
preposterous. 1 second here. 1 second.
It's that strong.
110,
It's
and you're
that
right.
same one we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, it's the same storm.
It just
It was
recycled.
actually it was actually dying out, and now it's like coming back with a vengeance here. So yeah, so that storm. We're talking about a storm that's in Michigan, folks.
I'm
You want
gonna
to do a
do a
Polygon?
rotation notification on that.
Yeah, I would just go over the border with it, like just barely over the border, because you know, I don't even know if it's. I mean, it's still so far away and moving so slow. Like it's heading up towards like St. Clair and Sombra, Moortown, Marysville, Corona. It's kind of moving in that direction.
Maybe, yeah.
Oh, is it
It's
moving
kind of
northeast? You're right. Sorry, I'm going by the
kind
storm
of more
track. You're ready?
northerly.
Oh, is it more northerly? What?
Like the storm trap's kind of taking it right towards Sarnia.
No, but look at the storm. Look at the Macomb Township storm. Like, look at the reflectivity, and you can see it's actually building south. It's building south. The rotation looks like it's going to the northeast. Yeah, rotation is going to the northeast, but the actual storm cell itself is building south. I think it's the most dangerous part is eventually going to move down towards like it's going to move into like New Haven, I think, and like
The violent tornado parameter just updated and it basically has a bullseye over that cell.
What? That's not good. Hold on. Show me on the stream. 1 sec. Sorry, folks, we're not
It
answering
might
your
be
questions. We're
just
just
to
really
the
taking a
south.
look at
I'm
this.
looking at it.
We're just
I'll
really
bring
taking
it
a
up
peek
one
at
sec.
this. Okay, cool. Sorry if we're slow to react there, folks. We're just trying our best to
kind of see it there.
to
It might
watch
be a
this.
little to
Oh,
the
yeah.
south.
You know what, though? There's a lot of inhibition there with the blue lines. What? Did it just
There's a
update?
new frame, and it's crazy.
No way. Hold on. I don't even have it yet. I'm still waiting on this old slow
Let me
Wi-Fi.
see if I can bring it up
It's
on.
way stronger. No, that's all good. I don't
Yeah,
think it's on here yet.
it just popped up.
Okay, yeah, you might want to do a Polygon. But wait, which way is it going? It's still so far from Sarnia though, but it's really going. Yeah, it's heading towards like Marysville, Corona, Sarnia, probably. Because it's still moving northeast.
I'm just double checking. There's a CC dropout on that.
No way. Hold on, let me see. There is a CC dropout. Michigan needs to tornado warn that, man. The Michigan office. I bet you that thing goes tornado warn real fast. I mean, it's under tornado watch, so you know they're watching.
Like, no, it's actually outside the tornado watch, just barely.
I know, but it's not like it's only showing up on like the airport radar, which I've seen like be a problem in the past for tornado warnings in Michigan. But it's on like Detroit radar. Like it's very clear. So it's on this storm right here. What tilt am I on? Oh, I'm on 1. Okay, but it gets way stronger here. I'm not sure why this. Yeah, it's kind of frustrating that it's taking so long for our Detroit radar to update. So that needs to be adjusted.
Just kind of weakened on the latest scan. Still there.
Maybe, do I have the? Oh, I see. Yeah, maybe it had like a tiny little brief touchdown because, there was that little CC drop.
That kind of shows you the environment we're dealing with.
Well, it shows you that touchdowns are still possible, right? Yeah, that might have been. And like you say, there's a VTP of 2 right over it, so yeah. Did I cut off there, or can you still hear me?
No, we can hear you.
All right, that's cool. Just the music stopped, so I was like confused. Now I kind of like the music. It's better than my droning voice. I'm gonna go check Exeter. I don't know why it's being so grumpy right now. But that's a beta test, and that's how it goes. You launch a beta, and you hope for the best. But you know what? I think it's we've made some cool improvements. I don't know if anybody knows this, but I'm literally showing off polygons in Instant Weather Pro. So we've got our polygons on there, and they're super fast, which is sweet. And actually, they're really detailed compared to some other options, which is good. All right. I hope this is noise in Petrolia. One sec here.
I don't know
Hey,
what
Brennan?
it is, but that area
Brennan,
is just
is
like
this noise?
extremely noisy.
Is this noise or is this a hook and a velocity couplet?
I don't see it on.
Actually, no. You know what? See, you can compare it. See that green line? So if you look at the green line and then you look at where the green line is here, like if this exact signature was perfectly inside of here, then I'd be more concerned. But it's like, it's actually on here. It's actually part of this. Let me go to tilt 2 and see. Tilt 2 is always a great way to figure out what's going on. Oh my goodness, what's the value here? 104 kilometers an hour? Yeah, it's not great. I'm gonna go and take a look at the comments here. Sorry, 1 second. Let me just scroll through. The Mondo family says, "Will you guys be doing a live stream for Eastern Ontario later on today?" I think Brennan was planning on. I'm not sure if that's still your plan, but that would be
Yeah,
cool.
probably. Depends how
I
late
think,
this goes, but at the
yeah,
minimum, I'll try to do something similar to this.
Brennan, I might just kick you out at some point in time. You just leave the droning sound on. Did you upload? Wait, did you upload the music to StreamYard, or are you just streaming like music from
They're
your
on
computer?
StreamYard.
Oh,
They're
they're
on
on
StreamYard.
StreamYard. I see. So you uploaded them to StreamYard. Oh, okay. Or did they come with?
I uploaded them. They're from Pizza Bay.
Okay, perfect. Courtney says, violent tornado parameter, what does that mean, and what's the significance of it being a 2? Violent tornado parameter basically says you have all the ingredients in place to have violent tornadoes, and if anything above a 1 is considered significant. So when it goes up to a 2 and it gets red, then that is a pretty good indication that the environment we're dealing with still has the ability to produce, brief tornado activity. So that's why we're watching closely. Caitlin says there's new KTX frame. I think they're on 2-minute intervals right now. So that strong rotation we saw, it looks like it may have weakened northeast of Macomb. It keeps cycling. It's almost like it very well may have produced like a 1-frame touchdown there, based on the fact that there was a little CC drop. That very well could have been an extremely brief tornado that may or may not get verified. I don't know. But I wouldn't be entirely surprised if that's what that was quickly. That was a good eye, Brennan, with the CC. That's good. But yeah, we're still watching closely with these storms in Michigan, just to see what happens to them as they. There's one that's approaching. One that's approaching Sarnia right now is somewhat of a concern. We're watching it closely, and we'll see if it continues to be severe or not, or to show severe tendencies at least. But yeah, this is interesting. So, but Brennan, I might, if I want, obviously, if it's a question of if you're gonna stay up in the middle of the night and with this humming tone, Brennan, is there anything? Are you just holding down keys on the keyboard right now? That's what it sounds like. It's just a consistent tone. It's like the end of a song that has
I can
gone
change
way
it.
too long.
That's
It's all here
it's
is
rain.
literally it's just that's better. That's better. Like the rain part is cool. It was just the constant single note that just was like odd. Yeah, so it's interesting. We'll see what happens with these storms as they move. Yeah, that storm. Yeah, the Macomb Township one is the one we still continue to watch. That Petrolia storm has my attention, but I'm not sure if it's a true rotation or not. I think it might just be noise. It's hard to tell. Oh, excuse me. Tilt 2 is insanely windy. Like crazy windy. Yeah, that Petrolia storm has my attention. There's something going on there. It's these two storms right here. The one heading towards Sarnia from Michigan and the one near Petrolia. Those are the two storms that have my attention at the moment. But I don't know if they're gonna get it done. We'll see. Hope everybody's doing well on the live stream. Brennan, do they give you the ability to adjust the volume of the music?
Yeah, it does.
Oh, okay.
I've been changing it around.
Is it? I feel like it might be overpowering me compared to the last song, but I don't know. I can't hear the final result, so. Is there any way we can turn it down
There we
a
go.
sliver? Like what? Yeah, that's probably better. I think that's good. Yeah, it's nice if it's like just there in the background. There's something nice about that. I should probably like record some stuff so we don't get any more fake copyright strikes. I could just record, some music. Kyle thinks the storm east of Petrolia is showing better on KDTX than it is on Exeter. Yeah, there is something there, he's right. Yeah, that Petrolia storm. Look on KDTX. Look at Tilt 2. Not right in Petrolia, but east of it, like near Wyoming and Warwick. It's that cell to the east. Has a really strong signature on Tilt 2 for wind. Good call, Kyle. Something's going on there, yeah. So if you're near Warwick, Watford, and Curwood, Adelaide, Arkona. Yeah, as that storm moves to the northeast. And then, yeah, the Petrolia one too, it's got like it's got kind of a dent in there. Something going on there. Yep. Brennan, I feel like this song loops in like 10 seconds. It's like a verse, a chorus, and then it loops.
That's why I had the other ones. They were a little longer.
Wait a minute. Did I do it again? Did I put like Messenger up on the stream?
Oh, I changed it once that happened.
I'm glad somebody's paying attention. I'm just like, I'll just check Messenger in the middle of the stream. Yeah, it happens. Yeah, Watford actually looks interesting. Like here, the latest scan from Exeter. What's going on here? Hold on, let me just move it over. Yeah, so there's the Petrolia cell, and sorry, this one right here, the Warwick one, it's got like a little hook, and this might be disconnected velocity though, but there's something going on with these two cells. So there's that. Yeah, but Brennan, I might kick you off at some point. So if it's between you staying up super late and streaming with this, or streaming Eastern Ontario tomorrow, I'd probably rather you stream Eastern Ontario.
Oh, that's not an issue right now.
All right.
I'll be streaming tomorrow. Oh, probably not till 3-ish. I'll be up. Not till like 1 o'clock.
Oh, okay.
I woke up late today, so I'm good.
All right, that's good. So many marching areas of rotation. 120. I don't know why we're going off on the US. It's like it can't keep up with it or something. I don't know. Maybe when it goes into like the 2-minute intervals, it needs to probably needs to have more server power to handle that. I would think. Something that's what it feels like. It feels like now that they've gone into their super fast 2-minute intervals, that it's not keeping up. So, oh well, things to test. But I'm glad we have the polygons here. It's pretty sweet. It's nice to finally see them all. And you know what? That's really going to help too, like when it comes to getting rid of them. Because you know how we leave them up on the app for like way too long? It'll be nice because you'll be able to see them on the map and be like, oh yeah, that polygon, there's literally no storm on that polygon, so get rid of it. So that'll help with that for sure. Sorry folks, I'm gonna jump into the comments here. Give me a sec. I wonder if I can bring them up here on the computer. Probably. I'm gonna load, so I'll be loading Streamer 3 times. See if this works. I think it does work actually. I'm gonna be also logging in through my computer. There we go.
These are interesting just north of London. It's not anything at the moment, but this.
Oh, that, yeah. Yeah, those are the storms we've been talking about. If you zoom in on them, those are the ones we've been chatting about. Someone, Kathy says, does anyone else find the music stressful? Brendan, do you want to change it to a different one? Oh, yeah, is that better? That's probably better. Everybody keeps asking about Windsor. Sorry, folks, I'm just finally getting back to the comments now. I realized I could load them up on my computer, so now I can actually watch the comments. So, Seth Manic says that Supercell is an 8 right now. Allison says, where do I subscribe to get alerts directly to my cell phone? If you mean like through text messages, then that would be textmessagealerts.com. One second here. Where's that? That banner's down here somewhere. I'll find it. I don't know where it went. Oh,
I'll get it somewhere.
No, I got it.
Oh,
so
you
it's
got
text message alerts, textmessagealerts.com or Instant Weather Inc. or instantweatherinc.com/TMA. And then, so if you subscribe through the Instant Weather Inc. link, then you can do like credit card like directly on our website. But if you do it through textmessagealerts.com, you have to do it through PayPal. So some people prefer one, some people prefer the other. It's up to you. But the PayPal, the nice thing about the PayPal is it will automatically work, and you'll be receiving text message alerts the next time they're issued or ended. Whereas if you do it through our website, Teresa is amazingly fast at doing it by hand, but it might take her a little while to get to it, and I'm not even sure. She is actually in the live stream in the background right now, so she may be able to do it before she goes to bed. It was getting pretty late, so I'm pretty sure Teresa wants to go to sleep. I don't know how late she stays up as well, but it's very, very possible that she probably wants to sleep at some point. So, so she may not be able to get it to tomorrow. Is my point. So if that's the case, then if you do it through PayPal, it'll just automatically works. The whole system is automated, so that should be easier for you. Now, if you're referring to, so that's our text message alerts. So they come through SMS, and so they're what is it? I think it's $425 a month, something like that. $449 a month. But they're only through a text message service that we have to pay for. It's actually pretty expensive, so that's why we have to charge for them. But if you want our notifications for free, then you can just go to you can download our free app. So you can get that at instantweatherapp.com. And that's how we send out notifications for free. But I'd say by far our most reliable option is text message alerts, just because even if the internet goes down, you can still receive text messages through SMS, like a basic SMS message. So anyways, yeah, so those are the two options for our notifications, which is not just Environment Canada alerts, but also anything that we post, like rotation detected or anything like that. So one second here. Okay, Brendan, I see what you're looking at there. Yeah, that's pretty interesting, eh?
Based on how those storms acted in Michigan, I wouldn't be surprised if there's a little brief spin up there.
They're definitely starting to get that look. Just north of London, eh? What's the environment up there, though? I think it's definitely not as strong as it is to the south. Supercell up here might be like a 2. Yeah, those are the storms we've been watching for a while. What's going on down here near Woodstock, though? Brennan, is my radar on the screen?
Yeah, I changed it to yours. I did.
Do you see what I'm looking at here?
Let me look.
It seems disconnected, but there's something going on here. Like there's like a little mezzo northwest of Tillsonburg. That might be noise, but then it almost looked like there was a hook here. Like that looked like a hook, but then this is kind of disconnected. We gotta get rid of your thunderstorm forecast on here, because every time I click anything, I see it. That's another thing we have to do. It's annoying. I mean, the thunderstorm forecast is great, but no matter where I click. But yeah, look at it from afar. Like, look at it from a distance. It's standing out for sure. When do we get a new update here? We get one soon, don't we? 129, it's 138. So we should actually have a new update. Let me see. 135. It's still there. What's going on here, Brendan? Look at this little dinky Salford storm with his tiny little hook. Has a tiny little mezzo. It's just a little guy heading towards Norwich. A tiny little bit of rotation there, folks, but I'm a bit doubtful if it's as strong as I think it is. It looks kind of weak. Right near Mount Elgin at the moment. I don't know. It's hard to tell if this is anything. Let's go to tilt 2. It's kind of there at tilt 2, but it's pretty soft. This is what I'm talking about right here. It's barely on tilt 3. It's almost like this one wanted to get going and didn't. Is this music better, folks? I feel like this is a little better. I know it's kind of like Robin Hood. Like, I don't know. What am I doing to get it?
I'm trying to find better stuff.
I gotta stop switching to my email. I'm falling asleep here, folks. I'm trying my best. Also falling asleep. I wonder what King City looks like on this London storm. It's so far away. Let's see. Gotta stop clicking my email in the middle of the live stream. Yeah. I know, folks. I know you think we're always one-upping ourselves on how extremely professional we can be. We're always just pushing that bar just a little lower. You'd think I'd say a little higher, but I think I mean a little lower. It's okay.
Somehow it's 2 a.m. and we still have
his email.
500 people watching us. Adam checks his email.
That's crazy. Yeah, Adam checks his email live on stream. If you didn't think it was getting off topic enough, watch Adam answer grumpy emails about how come we're not streaming yet. That would be funny. Imagine we did. Oh, we should do customer service like as a live stream. Okay, folks, we're gonna answer all of the emails today that the team has flagged for me. Let's see what it's like. And we just answer all the emails.
And we definitely flagged some colorful ones for you.
Yeah, I know, that's the thing. You know what, Brennan, you'd probably just start writing them. Like, you'd probably just start anonymously writing them just for the entertainment value of me opening this email we have to censor. Oh man. All right. This music also makes me think like nothing's wrong though. It's just so gentle and happy. It's like the end of Lord of the Rings or something. It's like we got the ring back and everything's fine now. We can all go home and Gandalf's happy and everybody's laughing and jumping in slow motion. Or it's like the end of Zelda. This kind of feels like the end of Zelda. It's like, we saved Zelda. She's good now. And Link's happy and they're jumping around in slow motion. You know? $135. Should we have a new update soon? It should be pretty soon. You know what's cool, Brennan? If you change tilt, that also updates the radar. Did you know that?
I didn't.
Like it kind of forces.
I try to avoid pressing buttons because it kind of sometimes if you press the wrong button, it'll break it. It's like
yeah. You mean like when I shut down the stream by accident? You know what I realized? On the mobile version, they literally have the end the stream button as like the bottom right button. So I think I pressed that thinking it was like to send a message or something. And then all of a sudden I totally panicked and like pressed, and by accident I was trying to press the X and I pressed the center button, which the center button was end stream. And then I knew I had 500 milliseconds of lag time. So I actually tried to swipe up and kill Chrome or kill Safari. I wanted to just kill Safari to say, maybe if I do that fast enough, it won't be sent out. Like my command won't reach the server. And then I came back to Messenger and everyone's like, so the stream died. Whoops. My bad. Not only are we streaming it all the night, but we're also just shutting it down randomly by accident. That's great. And then notifying everybody again. These storms they've got rotation in them. Like this is rotation, but if you see this very soft line, this very soft, low value line of like 0 km/h winds is showing me that these are probably elevated. I feel like these are elevated because this is rotating, but it's not. They're not connecting. So I have a feeling that I think we definitely need some new music. But I think you did really well for just like on the fly trying to find some chill music for the late night live stream idea. And it's funny because I'm with my brother right now and I was talking to him. And he said, and we actually brainstormed the idea. He's like, it'd be cool if you could kind of have like a live stream where, you can occasionally check in on it, but it's, it's got radar running and it's got alerts up and this type of thing. And then all of a sudden he's like, oh, you're live right now.
I think this is the type of stuff we'll be doing in the winter. It's kind of like long.
This would be really useful for the winter. Yeah. I wonder if we could, what we could do? I know a lot of folks are like screaming about, is my town or my city going to be affected by these particular storms? So we're watching radar very carefully and we're seeing if anything is severe. And we'll definitely send out a notification through our app if we feel that anything is like pretty strong. But today's a big waiting game. So if you want quick answers here, there's no quick answer for you. We have to wait. waiting is not easy. My 6-year-old son has a book called Waiting is Not Easy. And it's not, especially like waiting for us to answer your comments, waiting for these storms to hit, waiting to figure out if you can go to bed. Like, all of these things are legitimate questions, but we don't have a crystal ball, and we're kind of just like, hey, there's a cluster of storms, there's a fairly strong environment, it's a weird, super late night live stream with trippy yoga music and DJ by DJ Perry, and but it's we feel compelled and obligated to go live. So we try to go live as much as we possibly can when there's a risk, and we're dealing with a tornado watch, right? So there's obviously something to watch here when we got a tornado watch. So you don't see those every day, especially not at 2 a.m. But the cool thing is, when the tornado watch eventually ends, this red polygon will disappear. So Brennan, just so you know, right now every 20 seconds we check to see if there's a change in the polygons.
Yeah, I've seen them refresh. Oh, looks like Adam lost reception again. I'll just throw back radar up. Oh, I think he's back. Is he back?
Hey, I think I'm back.
I hear him.
Cool. Yeah, sorry, I was saying that. So I don't know how much you caught of that, but I was saying that every 20 seconds, yeah, if you actually look at the radar, every 20 seconds, the polygons go away and come back, right? Because it's doing a refresh on the polygons to see if anything is there or not. But the cool thing is because it's a website, if you hit like the refresh button of the website, so if I just go up here, are you showing yours right now, or is mine still on the screen?
No, yours is on the screen.
Okay, cool. Can you dial the music down a bit? It's a little on the high side.
Yep.
How many songs do you have? You have like 4?
I'm just cycling them through a bunch of them. I'm looking for more.
You should just look on the random ones that come with StreamYard. Try one of those out, but they might be like, they're garbage? Okay, yeah, let's leave this then. But what I was saying is, if you just refresh radar, so you just hit F5 and refresh the radar, then it'll come back, and that also checks if there's any new polygons. So the cool thing is like, if I get a push, if you're like live streaming, you get a push notification that says this alert has changed, right? Then you can just hit F5, or you can just hit the refresh button on the top left of Chrome, right? And then you'll have right away the right polygons, which is perfect. So that's useful. Yeah, I think this kind of thing makes sense for winter. So I'm going to jump back to the comments here and see what people think. But do you think a live stream like this could be? We've talked about doing a 24-hour live stream like this. I mean, that's a pretty big undertaking. But yeah, there's that.
I don't think we can do
Brennan,
a 24-hour, but maybe just during.
Brennan, look at the top of the screen above my radar.
What?
There's like a double join the beta test.
Oh, it's because I have mine in the background.
Oh, okay. That's probably good, so you can just quickly get rid of mine.
Yeah.
But it looks odd with the double banner. I could take my banner off. Maybe that'll work. Let me see. How do I take my banner off? I have to go to... one sec. I think I know how to do it. What if I do this? Would this be better? Nope. That's not going to be better at all. This is going to show all my tabs. At least I just proved it's a website. So Instant Weather Pro is a website. It's not an executable file that you have to keep downloading new updates for. All you do is refresh the website and you've got the latest version. So that's pretty cool. I do really like that part of it. I think that's cool because like how many times of like they install a new radar station and we have to update it, and then if you don't have the latest version of the app, you don't have that particular radar station, like that kind of stuff. It's I would say it's pretty useful in that regard, I would think. But yeah, let's go see if there's. I'm watching from a few different frames here. What do you think of the Stratford stuff? I mean, it just looks like outflow to me. I think it's just outflow, right? I think so. I don't know, folks. I don't know if these storms are really gonna get going or not. It's it's doubtful, but then like all of a sudden we see like think about that storm we just saw in Michigan.
Too
like
late.
it looked like the Michigan. Remember that one we just saw in Michigan though? Like it looked like garbage, but then within like 3 frames, it had like a solid hook and a mezzo out of nowhere. It's just like if any of these storms hit a boundary, if they hit an outflow boundary or a lake breeze boundary, if they can hit the right boundary at the right time with the right storm mode, then I mean I'm still thinking about that correlation coefficient 1 pixel drop that we saw, and that very well could have been a bunch of trees that got ripped out of the ground. That very well could have been a little touchdown in Michigan. I would not be surprised at all if that's what happened. But I think I've got lightning turned on, and I don't see any. Is there even any lightning on these storms? Yeah, so we've got, as you can see, we've got alerts there, we've got lightning data, noise reduction's on. I don't know if you can see that depending on my zoom level, but anyway, we've got all that turned on. Oh, I see. So there is lightning to the north, near Mitchell. There's no lightning over London right now, though. London's getting part of that storm, but there's no lightning. There's lightning near Brantford, up here near Mitchell. Let's go zoom in and see. So it's going to be a late night for Kitchener. Kitchener's definitely going to see this lightning, I would think. So these storms are convective, but are they going to get anything done is the question. I don't know. I think my audio just got cut off. But, oh, maybe my headphone died? Or maybe the music stopped? Did the music stop, Brian?
No, I just switched it to a different one.
Oh.
Still there.
Oh, okay. We can still hear you. Okay, cool. Sweet. I feel like I'm so glad I moved my phone, because remember before I moved my phone, it was like cutting me off every like minute, but now it's like way better. All right, Brennan. If you want to, are you playing this all from StreamYard? Okay, so I can go to StreamYard and change the tunes. Let me try that here before you go. So I'm going to kick you off so that you can rest.
Oh, I'm not going.
You can get rid of this double banner.
I'm fine.
Oh, I'm kicking you off.
I'm not
soon.
tired.
Definitely kicking you off. You're not? Okay.
I'm doing other stuff in the background.
That's cool. Lowercase egg on Twitch says, is there ever going to be a time where weather science is more of a certainty, like predict with higher accuracy, or are there too many factors, like chemically, that change the course? So I think each event is unique, where sometimes every single model says there's going to be a tornado risk, and every single run says the same thing, and it gets stronger and stronger, and then the storms show up and a tornado is produced. And so there's some events where like every model is on board and everything lines up perfectly, and the timing of the storms is exactly when the model said it was going to be. And those are rare cases, but those do happen. So in some cases, it's like a shoe-in. It's like a sure thing. But then there's other cases where there's a strong environment, the storms show up, but maybe they show up a little bit too late. Like in this particular case, it's possible that that we're so late into the evening and we haven't had surface heating from the sun for so long that might cause what's called inhibition. So you can have inhibition that kind of raises the storms further up off the surface, and then what ends up happening is for a storm to actually touch down, for a funnel cloud to actually touch down, it's working against pretty big forces and having a difficult time doing that. So so in those particular cases, you know, it's a tricky thing. It's definitely a tricky thing. So yeah, is there going to be a time when things get better? For sure, because you know, computers are only going to get smarter. You know, AI is only going to get better. So there's a lot of stuff. You know, machine learning is only going to get better, and a lot of these models are based on machine learning. So yeah, and so as that, you know, you just throw more compute power at it, and it's only going to get superior. 1 second here. Yeah, Noel, that's not a good comment. I'm going to delete your comment. So consider that, Nikki Noel, consider that a please don't post comments like that. So yeah, so if you're going to post comments like that, I'm going to kick you off the stream, but I don't want to. So maybe just don't. That would be sweet. Yeah, I'm going to go refresh the radar here. Give me a second. Brendan, this double banner is driving me nuts though. Is there any way you can mess with that?
Yeah.
It's hurting my soul. So I'm sure there's other people going, why?
I can't even see it because the on StreamYard, like the live logo and like the count and the reactions are blocking it on my StreamYard.
Oh, okay, I see.
That's why it doesn't bother me.
I understand. This is annoying. How come I can't get rid of the thunderstorm forecast pop-up, so I'm just going to refresh. But we need to put like a little X on it or something so you can just get rid of it. That would be awesome. What happened?
Oh, I figured out to get rid of it. You click it on one of the splits. So if you click on it on the velocity, you have to click it off on the velocity.
All right, let me try that. So if I click it and it says thunderstorm forecast, but then if I click over here,
you have to click outside of Ontario.
I know. So that's a pain in the butt. I don't want to have to do that. I don't want to have to like zoom out so that I have to click away from this thunderstorm forecast and then finally not have it on the screen. Like, yeah, that's annoying. Yeah, there should be an X right on it, so you can just tap the X and it goes away. Because there's times too, like when you click the map by accident just once, you don't realize you're about to click on a pop-up, and then But I like the idea of all of them that are there. So if you click on it, it says like a warning, a watch, and maybe like a rotation update. Like it says all three of them, and then have like the different colors, if possible, would be cool. Or maybe not. Maybe it's just like the three of them on the dark pop-up, but I think it could be pretty cool. This is interesting. This Tavistock storm. I say Tavistock, but it's northeast of St. Mary's, actually. Something's going on there. Oh, you know what we should do? Are you watching Detroit, too? I feel like the Detroit storms are actually falling apart. So the only storm that's interesting right now to me is the one northeast of St. Mary's. Well, except what's this? Oh no, I clicked on special weather statement. Hey, there's another way to get rid of it, Brennan. Do you know what that is? I lost him. Brennan's gone. He fell asleep.
No, I'm here.
All right. No, you know what? Is this music putting anybody else to sleep? Another way to get rid of it is you just refresh the darn page.
Or you can just turn off weather alerts since you don't really need them right now.
Oh no, I clicked it again. By the way, there's a mezzo near Cathcart, and it's decent versus, like, look at it. You look at my screen. Hold on, let me find StreamYard here. Yeah, this is a decent little mezzo. near Cathcart. Does anybody know where Cathcart is? Northwest of Harley? I might want to go minor on that one. Like, it's one of the better ones we've seen today, I would say. But it's also like, is it noise? Let me go tilt 2, see what's going on. It might just be really low level. Yeah, see, tilt 2 is not great. Let me go back a frame here. $47. What the heck? It did that bug again. It drives me nuts. If you go back in frame and then you go forward, all of a sudden the latest frame is gone. Oh well, I'm gonna fix that. There's a few of those little tweaks that we need to do. Yeah, something's going on with that storm. Let's see if we can get a new frame here. 59. Brennan, can you put on? Oh, I was gonna try to experiment this. So hold on. Now let me put it on. Okay, I'm gonna go into. Is it in? I see it. This is called Endless. It kind of feels endless. Let's go find out what else is going on. Definitely not. Hold on. What about lo-fi? I'm going lo-fi. Let's just see what this is like, folks. We're gonna switch around some music here. This is probably some beats. Where do you adjust the volume? Oh, I see it. If this has a sweet beat, we'll leave it on. We'll see. Definitely not a sweet beat yet. I don't know. It's kind of garbage. It's less sleepy than the last thing, though. Why is this song called? There's a song from StreamYard called Feeding the Ducks. Did you see that?
Yeah, I played it. It's actually quite interesting.
Okay, I'm putting it on. We got to put on Feeding the Ducks here. Hold on, what's this? This is like an 808 machine. Brennan, you keep turning it up. I'm trying to turn it down.
You can hardly hear it. I can hear your voice compared to the music, and I can tell.
Is it quite a difference? The lo-fi was better, I think, but I don't know. This one's literally called Sedative. Okay, this one's alright. I don't mind this acousticy one. It's kind of cool. We definitely gotta find some better music. So if anybody can find us some good royalty-free songs that we can play on the stream, hook it up. Mind you, I could just record some with my guitar. I think that would be cool. Brenda says, sounds like the party's really getting going. This is quite
well, there is a dance
you know what, though?
pop song.
Oh no, don't put it on, please. So what's interesting is there's 430 people here. I mean, like, if I went to like the biggest house party I could ever go to, there's not even 430 people there. So this is a party.
We've literally
folks.
been holding around 400 to 500 people consistently the last 2 hours.
I'm surprised. Shocking. All right. So leave that music on for a bit, and I'll just keep browsing around radar here.
Or like
that's
half
weird.
of those people just fell asleep already. They just left their stream on.
Yeah, you know what? It says 430, but I bet you there's 17 people left on our stream, and everybody else fell asleep to this music. It's actually like a challenge. It's like, all right, ladies and gentlemen, challenge yourself to stay awake to find out if these storms are gonna hit. It's a challenge. Who can make it through the night gets a prize. Whoever's the last one awake will just live stream for 48 hours straight. You have to like check in, sign in. I don't know how we're gonna prove that you're.
I wonder what's the Guinness World Record for the longest weather live stream.
I don't know. Maybe we could do it somehow. But you'd have to have like, what's the stipulation though? Like, maybe if you're handing the baton to another forecaster, right? Then that doesn't count.
Mhm.
I think it has to be one person. I wonder what Ryan Hall's longest one is. It's probably like 12 hours or something. I think he's gone longer than 12 hours. Our longest are usually, I think our longest ever was like 9 or 10 or something. I don't know if I can last for 12 hours straight, but maybe. I've done like work before where it was like 12 hours, but I think there's a lot of breaks. Although this isn't super strenuous. We're just like playing with a mouse and a computer. It's not like lifting anything other than our heads. This is still probably the most interesting storm, this Stratford storm, but there's not even any lightning on it. Oh yeah, there is. I see a little lightning strike here. So maybe there's a tiny little bit of lightning on the storm. If you zoom out, it's like the storm. What happened over with this Brantford storm? Remember, I thought it looked good for a frame, but I think it kind of went down the drain. I didn't mean for that to rhyme, but it did. Kind of. All right, I gotta get back to the comments here. I'm always like not at the comments, and I come back and like everybody's angry. Everybody's like, no one reads what we're writing. 12-hour is the limit on YouTube, says 10 cents. 10 cents here says 12 hours the limit. Melissa says longest I recall on YouTube was like 10 hours and was last year. Melissa, do you mean us or Ryan? I think 10 hours is the longest we ever did. Tyler says, see, this is people getting grumpy with us, but it's getting late. Tyler says, hey streamers, can you explain why you're refusing to give an update on Windsor or even look at it on the stream? I don't think anything's going on down there, Tyler, but we're not refusing to do anything. We're just not always watching the comments. So if people are screaming
Mother
about an update
Nature's
for Windsor, then we miss
to
that.
produce storms down there.
Oh, sorry? Oh,
Mother
Nature's refusing to produce storms down there. Yeah. Let's go down there and take a peek here just to see. I see some precipitation, so maybe there is a bit of rain. And I don't know if there's any lightning down there. I see some lightning up here by Lake St. Clair, but I'm not seeing any down in Windsor at the moment. Bren, one thing I really like about Instant Weather Pro compared to other apps is that we show lightning across North America instead of just showing it where the radar station is. So, you know what I mean? So because there are times where like there's no lightning on a storm, but you switch radars and you're like, oh, there is lightning on that storm. It's just the other radar. They're only showing it based on the other radars kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like sometimes I've seen stuff like that happen. So it's kind of cool. Like, especially if it's outside of the radar range, you know, you could see if you zoom out, all of a sudden you're like, oh, there's lightning over by that radar that I'm not watching. So you can go check out that storm really easily. So I love that feature. I think that's great. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm pretty stoked about this. I think, you know, we've had quite a few subscribers and everybody's been really happy and lots of feedback. And, you know, and they know it's not perfect, but I mean, that's what happens when you stick the beta test tag on it, you know, and I think we delayed it long enough. People are like, okay, you've been using this on the live stream for 2 years. Is there any chance that we can like use it yet? And I'm always like, oh, we want to make it just a little bit better here and a little bit better there. And at some point in time, you just have to say, okay, let's just put it out there. And like, you know, the cool thing is we put it out there and a bunch of people subscribe, and then we can take all that revenue and just put it right back into making it better, you know? So it makes sense. It's like, I think our community is quite wonderful that they, you know, they want to support us and they like, you know, all these different features we're making. But I mean, I think we're going to be kicking big time butt with Instant Weather Pro, because our polygons, like our alerting system that we've built over the past like 8-9 years, I think is by far like the leader in you know, anybody other than specifically Environment Canada and getting their alerts out and getting the polygons updated and all this kind of stuff. So I think it's going to be pretty awesome when people finally get to see that kind of stuff. Because I don't know, Brendan, like, you know, I know you've experienced the same thing I've experienced, where Other apps, like the warnings get stuck and they're slow to update. Like, there's a tornado warning because you got the notification from our app, and then you go
I
onto
noticed
their
that
app and it's like,
today.
yeah.
I noticed
Like
that today
you
with the
see that,
Chicago storm
yeah. Oh, there
because
you go. Exactly. Yeah.
on
You're
the
like,
other app,
I know a tornado
I
warning.
opened the
Yeah,
radar
exactly.
and I saw there was a tornado warning, but it was nowhere to be found.
Yeah, exactly. So, and especially that especially is going to happen in Canada because I know you have like literally every alerting area in Canada like added to the app, right? So, which is insane. I don't know how you did that, but that's a lot of work. And if you ever have to delete it, then you're ruined because that's so much work to do that. Because it's not like we've made it part of the system where you like log in and you have all your locations, right? That would make life a lot easier. So,
Well, now,
but anyways, yeah.
I just subscribe for notifications on our Twitter account, and I get all the alerts.
Oh, that's right. That's a good point. That's way easier. What do you use like IFTTT or anything like that for that, or what do you do?
No, you can just do it right on the Twitter app.
Oh,
You just
you
subscribe
mean
to a
you just
certain account.
subscribe to like iWeather On and iWeather MB and stuff, and then
Mm-hmm.
and then you have notifications on for Twitter, which is that in
Yeah.
itself is rough. So, but
Well, I
yeah, I
turn
know what you
off
mean.
the likes and retweets and all that. I don't get
Ah,
notifications
okay.
from our actual page. I have them subscribed to my personal account.
Oh, I see. Okay, I understand. Oh, I see. You mean you don't have the instant one? Yeah, I see. You have. That makes sense. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Yeah, because it's so much, right? When you get in like a 99 notifications, it's insane. Like I have all these like, I use IFTTT to like get like Twitter, um, anything on Twitter to do with like tornadoes or anything like, significant. And I get like so many notifications from that. It's crazy. When things are busy, I just get like an endless of like different stuff. And the problem is that if you don't put retweets on, then sometimes you can miss stuff. So I put them on. It's just like every single retweet of a tweet I get a notification for. It's brutal. So yeah, I need to change that because it's awful. All right, Brennan. I mean, I'm not impressed really right now.
Yeah, I think the storms came in a little too late. And they
I think
kind of were a
so.
little more north than expected. So storms
I
over
was
like Sarnia and that were supposed to be like further south towards like Windsor and that. So
true,
they
and
kind of missed the prime
that's where the
environment.
strongest environment was, right? Yeah, but they went a little bit to the north. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the thing is you can have, and this is the idea of you have all these ingredients together, and then oh man, I clicked rainfall warning. So you have all these ingredients together, and then why isn't that refreshing? Come on, refresh. There we go. So you have all these ingredients together, but if the storms don't hit at the exact place where the ingredients are, then they almost get it done, but they come in a little weak. There's still some stuff here that I want to go watch, though. This is, for those wondering, I know people are asking about Windsor, like nothing significant's going on down in Windsor right now. I'm watching, I have other radars as well, too, like on my iPad, and I'm watching, and there's just nothing going on for Windsor at the moment. But there is a little bit of activity going on here in southwestern Ontario. And some of these storms I think are worth still keeping a close eye on. But I think they're getting weaker, so that's good news though, because this is, this, I can appreciate this. This is pretty stressful for those who are inside of the tornado watch. Oh, Brennan, I know what I got to do. I've just figured out an important thing I need to do. But how am I going to do it? Because my phone is over there. No, how can I do this? Oh, I can do it on a website or something. Hold on. 1 second here. I have an idea. That's right, folks. I get random ideas. They always scare Brennan. And
Especially this late at night.
At this late at night, any ideas are going to be brutal. We still have 409 people.
Yeah,
I can't
whenever
believe
you
all these people are
message
hanging
me,
out this
like,
long.
I have an idea and it's like after midnight, I'm just like, nope, I'm going to sleep.
Yeah, so for those worried about Windsor, I think you're okay. I think you're all right now. Some people are getting some people are thinking or talking about Eastern Ontario tomorrow. Yeah, that's going to be interesting for sure. That's going to be, that probably has a stronger potential than what we're dealing with tonight, because just tonight ended up being so late. But I think the stuff tomorrow in Eastern Ontario could be pretty big time. And tomorrow is the actual wedding. So for those who know, I'm away for a family wedding. We stayed up near Dorset from Monday to Friday. So I wasn't able to be here for the live stream on Tuesday, but Brennan and Alana did a fantastic job. And then I wasn't able to be here for this live stream, but I'm not here right now, but I'm somehow here. And
there was some people in the comments saying you sound especially like an AI tonight. So like maybe you're just an AI version of Adam that I put together.
No, the reason being is because I'm on AirPods right now. I don't have my nice microphone in front of me and all that kind of stuff. So I'm just on an AirPod, and I'm also trying to talk really quiet because everybody's asleep. So they're like, my wife's like, don't stay up too late. And I'm like, I'll try my best. That's what I said. I'll try my best, but it's 2:16 in the morning, so I'm not trying very hard. But Brennan, what I wanted time. Hold on, I want to do this. I want to get a timer ready. So as soon as they end, I want to see how long it takes the tornado watch to go off. One of those other apps. Actually, the other two apps that are that have kind of pro radar features. So I want to see how long the difference in timing between our alert polygons and them. I think it's going to be drastic. It's going to be drastic. Dante says I sound disappointed. But you just keep saying I sound disappointed. Am I disappointed? I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be disappointed. Tyler coming back with a thank you for the info, Adam. We know it's late and we all appreciate it. That's all good, Tyler, man. Thanks for joining the stream. Appreciate it. It's all good. And Haley says, should I be okay to go to sleep? I live near Strathroy and I have to work. That's a good question. Melissa says Adam looks like rain in Dorset for later today. Yeah, the forecast, it keeps changing. It was like rain and then not, and then rain and then not. Like the wedding's actually really late. The wedding's at 5 p.m. But there's something cool about that, because like every other wedding, the wedding's at like noon or like 2, and then you have to like wait for like, obviously they go and take pictures after, but then you just have to wait for like hours before you can go to like dinner, right? So you get all dressed up, and then you have to sit around all dressed up for like 2 hours or 3 hours before you finally get to go to dinner, and then dancing or whatever happens after that. So so that's why this is actually a really cool wedding, because the wedding's at 5, the pictures are right afterwards, and then you just go immediately to dinner, instead of I think that I like that idea better, that the whole party is in like one. The idea of, okay, everybody, we're done the wedding, now everybody just go like hang out in your hotel room for the next 3 hours and twiddle your thumbs until it's dinner time. Like, that's kind of annoying. So anyways, let me know what you think. Claire says, who gets married on a Thursday anyway? Well, I mean, this is the time they were available to do it. So
it's in the middle of summer, so
it's in the middle of summer. That's the thing. It's my brother-in-law. And for my brother-in-law, he has like time off from work right now, so it's a good time for them. So it's all good.
Probably more expensive to rent cottages in the weekend too.
Yeah, that's here's the thing too. When we were driving from Barrie like up to Dorset, like obviously we were coming up on the Monday, and there was just a horde of cars passing us going south, right? Because they have been up at the cottage all weekend, and now they're heading back like late. They're heading back on the Monday, right? And so everybody was going south. We're not the only ones going north, but it was really not that busy going north. And the same thing's going to happen on Friday when we have to head back to Barrie. Everybody's going to be heading north, and we're going to be driving south. So that's for the perfect timing. That's great. Yeah. Matthew says, nah, he sounds chill and doesn't want to wake everyone up around him. Yeah. I have family like in the next room. So that, like, I really don't want to wake them up. So I'm just trying to talk, like, quietly low right now. Low
you could
and
just
quiet.
Say you were talking in your sleep.
Yeah, I was just talking in my sleep. I just talk about tornadoes in my sleep. I probably do.
Oh, I'm sure you do.
Amanda says once in a while I, like, just wake up and start telling her about a tornado risk. And she's like, Adam, what are you talking about? And I'm like, what? I'm like, oh, sorry.
Go back to sleep, you crazy person.
Go back to sleep, weather boy.
It's like that gif Have you seen
It's
it?
like,
The weather boy?
no. Is it? Oh, Weatherboy? No, I haven't seen that. I thought you were gonna talk about the gift with the Donald Duck, who's like tornado warning at 3 a.m. and he's got like one eye open, and then he's like, and then he goes back to bed,
I'm gonna see if I can.
and he's like, and it's like it's actually the worst anti-safety meme of like, oh, there's tornado warning at 3 a.m. I'll be fine, or whatever it is. That one's horrifying.
See if I can. Yeah, I got it. I'm gonna put it
Janet
up
says
on the
lightning
screen.
and thunder in Sarnia starting up. Cool. Oh, Dante says I wasn't talking about the tone of the voice. I mean his words. He sounded disappointed that nothing was happening. No, Dante, quite the opposite actually. You must be new to our live streams, but I'm the opposite. I'm happy when nothing happens, and I'm disappointed when things get severe. Like not disappointed, but I don't want anybody to be affected by severe weather. I mean, there's a lot of storm chasers and weather enthusiasts are like, yeah, I love big, crazy, severe storms, and I mean, we're all very impressed with them to some extent. But I know if there's severe storms and there's this much population in a little area, I know that people are at risk. So that's where I'm actually, when things don't happen, I'm like, great. When things are a bust, like if there is no tornado activity tonight, and it all goes down the drain, I'll be quite content. That's what we prefer to happen. And then the same people are like, oh, so disappointed that nothing happened. It's like, no, you should be happy that nothing happened. You want to be happy nothing happens. It's like, oh no, those storms weren't severe. Yeah, exactly. Great. Perfect. Exactly what we wanted to happen. We wanted them to be sub-severe. The whole risk went down the drain. It was obviously the models were too excited. That those are the perfect circumstances. That's what we want. So Essex County is fine right now. We're just watching these storms that are west of Woodstock. They're still pretty weak. I think, Brennan, we're probably going to shut down the stream pretty soon, I would think.
I would say so.
But I did want to do that test. I do want to find out how long it takes the tornado watch to disappear from ours versus anybody else's. So that would be cool.
Well, if you want to do that test, you're probably going to be waiting for like several hours for it to disappear from the other app.
What? Oh, from the other app. Yeah, that's true. That might just. Yeah, at
You
some
wake
point in
up
time,
in the morning and it's still there.
I'll just give up on my test at some point in time. I would think that would make sense. But yeah, it's still in place. So Tornado Watch is still in place. Let me hit refresh and see. I could always I don't need to I can just count out loud and try to match proper time.
Maybe Environment Canada was watching your stream and we put them to sleep.
Yeah, yeah, it's very possible with that music. Brennan, I just realized remember I said I found that setting on my computer where I was able to switch my time from minutes to also having seconds. So that would actually be cool to put that up in the live stream somehow. Like, actually, you know what? It would be cool to use that in its exact format because it has the time, it has the seconds counting, and then it has the date right below it. So you can actually use that whole clip. Maybe you could recolor it somehow because you know how you can like tweak with colors. You can use.
Well, I have the timestamp up there, and I can.
No, your timestamp is perfect.
Timestamp.
Can you add seconds to that timestamp? Because that would be sweet. Oh, because it's like, is it like code? Are you running code?
It's just HTML.
Oh, HTML. Perfect. So it's actually just pulling like the universal UTC time, and it from your device.
Customize it however you like.
Oh, that is
no, it's
sweet,
not even from my device.
Oh, it's just running. Is it running in OBS?
Yeah, it's like code.
It would be from your device. It's the time of your device.
No, because I can change it between, like, I can go, like, UTC -2. Then when I change it to, like, Alberta time or Manitoba time,
that's
sweet, I have it within the code awesome. Changed.
No, I know, but it's still basing the current time on. It's like either basing it on your own internal clock, and it's changing, and it's doing the minus or the plus, or it's possible that it's
like, here's the Manitoba time.
Hold on, let me get to the live stream 1 second. Okay,
so that's Ontario, and then that's Manitoba. So it just changes.
Oh, cool! That's pretty sweet. That's nice. Yeah, so if you could add seconds to that, and if you could add the date somehow, I think that would be useful. Then maybe you can make it taller, and you can put the date like above the time or something. I don't know. I think that would be good. And Angel says, Adam, update on Leamington, please. Winds are higher. Thunder and lightning is happening. It's pretty warm. Oh, it's still warm, eh? That's interesting. People on YouTube are getting along. Looks good. Nice to see.
The spammers are sleeping.
The spammers are asleep right now. They're too tired. They can't. Yeah. Spammers are too tired. AC East says, fellow OBS users. Oh yeah, we're talking about OBS for sure. Yeah, OBS is the best. All right, let's see here. Very windy in London. The clouds are very low, says Tyler. Thank you very much for the update. Appreciate it. AC says, are there spammers? Oh yeah, we get spammers like crazy. Every live stream. Hold on, I want to see what this person was saying. 1 second. What? 1 second, 1 second, 1 second. I like sometimes when I think somebody needs to be banned, but it's hard to tell. It's almost like I want to ask the people who have been talking to that person if that person should be banned.
Yeah, I think I know who you're talking about. I don't think so. They were just talking about bagpipes.
Oh, okay. All right. I'll let it go.
So they're clearly in the know of what this stream is about.
Oh, Dante says, sorry if I sounded disrespectful, Adam. I was being sarcastic in my Canadian way. It's all good, dude. It's all good. I should be able to get it because we're Canadian, but it's hard to read sarcasm in text. Unless that's why a lot of people put like /s at the end of it, which means it's sarcastic. Or in Brennan's case, he does like the upside.
With me.
If you do the upside down smiley face.
Smiley face.
Yeah. Yeah.
You yelled at me one time for using that. Like, this isn't a smiley situation. I had to explain to you.
Yeah.
Okay, Boomer.
I almost feel like it's Boomer, exactly. I almost feel like it's that even an upside down smiley in a certain situation that /s would make more sense than putting a smiley face at all, because I think people like me, Boomer's about to turn 40 in a few days. We still see it as a smiley face. It's just upside down. You know what I mean? But I can appreciate. I don't think the context is different.
It's probably too late for my mom to be listening, so I'm gonna expose her right here. She will literally use the crying, laughing emoji with sad stuff. And I know because she thinks it's crying, right?
Yeah. She thinks it's actually hysterical crying, right? Whereas
she thinks it's like crying, like she'll put it on like something like that's very super sad, like someone passing away.
Someone passing away, and she puts like a bunch of laughing, crying emojis, but she thinks that they're just straight up crying. Yeah.
So I'm like, you need to really delete that comment fast.
Yeah, it looks bad. It looks like you're hysterically laughing at. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that happens for sure. But I mean, it's. Things are changing so quickly with the meaning of things that it's hard for us boomers to keep up.
We're 2:30 in the morning. We're talking about emoji theory on another live stream.
Boomer, Zoomer emoji.
Somehow 300 people are still listening to us.
Grim Oak says, y'all seem to forget that Twitch exists, but you're on YouTube. Maybe you switched to YouTube? We see the Twitch comments. Oh. Hold on, let me see if I can find one.
Yeah.
There's Twitch comments. Yeah, look at Twitch. Yeah, we got see like lowercase egg says, "Aw, little kittens." I don't know where that came from, but that's on Twitch. Yeah, we can see all the Twitch stuff. It's all good. It's all good. But anyways, I'm gonna go take one more scroll at radar. We're probably gonna shut down the stream because there's like really strong winds, but we're basically watching this to see if there was any tornado risk. And it seems like it might be dying down, tornado risk-wise.
Yeah, I'm surprised the watch is still in effect.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I wanted to get it ready because the most interesting storms are not even in the watch right now.
What's
Like this
going
one,
on
like
near Thorndale on Exeter? Just south of, like, just to the northeast of London.
Yeah, that's what I'm watching right now. Am I not on the stream? Are you showing your radar?
No, but I don't think you have the frame I'm looking at. Are you, do you?
I have 23.
Oh, it looks different on there.
Oh, I have tilt 1. Do you have tilt 2 maybe? Yeah, there's something going on near Thames Center.
Oh,
I'm
looking at it on a different radar, so, a different app. So it might be the color scheme.
It might be a different color palette. Yeah, exactly. Let me see. Hold on. I'll try it on the app that I know you're thinking of. The app who shall not be named. Yeah, it's pretty similar on both. That's pretty similar.
Maybe it's just because I'm kind of like squinting at it.
Oh, we got the new frame. How about that? You want to know why they're different? How about this? We have the 29 frame and they don't. So there you go. Booyah. And it doesn't look as good on the next frame, I don't think. Still, I tried to get inflowy, but it's still kind of outflowy. Still not that exciting. That big long velocity makes me think it's more of like an outflow front than it is which is probably what it is. It's probably a shelf right here. It's probably a shelf right along this. Nice shelf cloud right here, I think. And that's just outflow.
Well, the rain has reached Toronto, I can confirm that.
Oh, cool. You got some up there? Down there. Claire says, it feels very behind the scenes. Yeah, it's 2 a.m. We're just, these are conversations Brendan and I have anyways, so we're like, might as well have them now.
Maybe this is something we need to do regularly, just random conversations on a live stream.
Just storm jammies, random, the future of instant weather planning conversations. Yeah, I think that's good. We are zoomed over the storm northeast of London. That's right. That's the one that's getting our attention at the moment. Nothing else is very exciting other than strong winds down in deep southwestern Ontario. Some pretty strong winds down there. So that's about it. Those 2 things. Let's see here. This is funny. 1 second here. Rachel Stewart says, I've just been chilling with you guys waiting for my fiance's work clothes to finish in the dryer, laughing face. Or in Brennan's mother's case, a crying face. Way more interesting. I think she means way more interesting than TikTok. Wonder if my laundry or your stream will finish first. Oof, that's a tough one. You might want to set your own timer for that one. My timer's set for when will the tornado watch vanish from other third-party apps that we also use occasionally, compared to our own app. We have a nice app. Thank you, Rachel. Appreciate you hanging out with us. Kindly. Very kind of you. Claire says, it's more of a we're rambling because we're tired mood, but I'm here for it.
Well, I guess it could be worse. We could be talking about tornadoes.
Angel says, tornado warning says it's supposed to end for 5 a.m. To clarify, there is no tornado warning. It's only tornado watch. But I'm sure that's what you meant. But yes, the tornado watch says it's supposed to end for 5 a.m. I wonder if they're going to let it auto expire. If it'll just
They usually never do. It was weird because they added that auto time for a reason, then they never ended up using it.
It's supposed to be just a catch-all. It's kind of like, that's what we should, speaking of, let's talk about
what we should do.
Things, that's exactly what we should do. Again, we're not issuing warnings or watches or statements or advisories. That's all Environment Canada. But when we issue something like rotation detected, sometimes we leave it on the app for like 12 hours. And then the next morning, someone sends us an email and says, how come it still says rotation detected, but the date and the time is from yesterday afternoon? And we're like, oops, sorry about that. But the cool thing now is that as you can see inside of the
what's
test
going
version,
on just northwest of Hamilton on Kaba?
Oh, yeah, why am I not watching K-Buff? And by that, I mean, why am I not watching K-Buff? Because obviously you are. Sorry, I see what you're talking about. The northwest of Hamilton? And what's with the reflectivity hole? There's actually like a BWER southeast of Westover, south of Millgrove. Hold on, let me go find that. One sec, I was just checking it out on my tablet here, but I'll go do it on here. Let's see. Is there anything? Here's a question. Is there anything on King? I'm going to check King first. But K-Buff is, you know what? When you can use US radar, it's really useful. Because, you know, US radar, like, for example, the tornado that went through Angus back in 2014 and hits extreme southwestern Barrie, the EF2, it like showed up from Buffalo's radar like perfectly. That was just a really tall meso. Like the whole storm was rotating, so it just showed up really well on US radar. It doesn't look amazing. I'm looking. I don't know if you see on the screen right now, but I'm looking at King. It doesn't look that great. It's probably excuse me. If it's a meso, it's probably an elevated meso, I would think. Oh, by the way, K-Buff just updated and it went down the drain. It's gone. Still kind of a hook on that storm though, near Waterdown. A little bit of a hook, but I think it's gone. Yeah, I have a feeling nothing's gonna really get it done tonight, but you know, that could just be my intuition. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think it's getting too late.
I think we're pretty much there, folks. How long have we been live? If you include the live stream that I shut down by accident.
Probably just over 3 hours.
All right, that's decent. Decent.
I'm just gonna check the latest HER model to see if it's showing anything with these storms.
It's probably a good idea. That's something I've always thought we need to do more of, and it never happens because you get distracted with the actual event. Is checking models mid-event to see how things are changing.
Yeah.
Right. Because usually it's like you check the model. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm working on graphics and that to bring up the models on the live stream. Oh, I think Adam cut out. Maybe he'll come back. Yeah, I'm just looking at latest models. It looks like we could see some activity over Lake Huron, heading into like Goddard, Kincardine, Hanover, early this morning. Could get quite windy, maybe. Actually, I can probably bring this up on the stream. I'm looking at if I can do this without breaking anything. Let's see what I'm doing here. Might be able to do this. I'm gonna try. Oh, I think that's it. He's back, just in time for me to try something new. See?
Hey, oh. Hey.
I'm bringing up model on.
I don't know how far into that story I got, but I was talking about the ratio. Did you catch any of that?
Not at all.
Oh, you brought the model up? Cool.
Yeah.
Let me see.
So that's the latest HER model, and that's her.
Oh, this is Weather Belt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the main issue probably is, I think the flooding is the main issue. The Mondo family says, I'm tired and this music is not helping.
Yeah,
But
let's look
anyway,
at the
so yeah,
flyers.
it's not. Whoa! It sounds like whoa. It's coming up
Let me
right to
see.
where we
It
are.
kind of gone north. The last.
Oh dear, that's coming right towards us. I thought it was going to be further south. I should take a look at
Let
that.
me see
Brian, can
what
you
the
roll back the
name
timing
says.
here? Yeah. Can you
Yeah,
roll
it's
back the
kind of
timing
gone
for
north
everybody?
than expected. Huh?
Great. So for everybody that's wondering, this is what we're using right now is called Weather Bell. We have like the commercial subscription to it, but it's a really useful model website. It's pretty expensive though, but it's pretty good. It's got some really good
I
stuff
think
for it.
this is
We use
key to the severe risk too, because you can see. I guess you can't see my cursor on here. Oh, I can. I think I can draw on it.
oh, you
No,
can draw
it's
it,
not
yeah.
aligned. It's not
Oh, I see.
aligned on my screen. I have it aligned, so I'll draw over here. You can kind of see how it's gone further north compared to if I change it to earlier runs. This was. You can see how it's kind of gone up.
Yeah. It did
So
go quite a bit
that's
north.
why.
Ah, crap.
So that's
I
why
guess the
severe
wedding's
risk
gonna be
isn't as
inside.
strong.
Oh, maybe,
Although
yeah,
I think
maybe
it's
it.
early in the morning. Let me double check on that.
Oh, I think it is early in the morning. You're right. Maybe by 5 o'clock it clears up. But
Yeah, because that's like
yeah.
right there is 5 o'clock.
Oh, okay.
There's the main
Well,
ring.
that's good. Yeah, exactly. And it's in Muskoka there. So yeah, yeah. Hopefully, it's not like flooded out where, where they were gonna get married or whatever. But we'll see. We'll see. All right, so folks, I think we're gonna shut down the stream now. I think it's been a very gentle, calming night. Hopefully, everybody did some meditation on this one. But yeah, Brendan, do you want to bring up my radar just one more time? Yeah, maybe a fuller part of the screen. I just want to see one last radar update here, but I'm still going to be watching. I'm going to watch these for a little bit longer, even after the stream. I just want to make sure something doesn't just go squirrely, because I think some of the models talk about like some of the strongest storms. Squirrely, yeah. Some of the models talk about some of the some of the strongest storms coming. Like, what did I say at one point? I said 6 a.m. I think I remember I said at some point. I was like,
yeah,
why are they
like
talking about 6?
the HER has storms coming over Lake Huron at like 6 a.m. and they do look quite strong. But there is some.
But is the environment going to be conducive? I'm not sure.
Let me check.
I don't think so.
Yeah, not really. The supercell kind of just stops at London.
Yeah.
Although tomorrow in Eastern Ontario is nuts.
Yeah, tomorrow in Eastern Ontario looks really strong, folks. If you're in Eastern Ontario, like especially east of Ottawa, tomorrow looks bananas. So we'll see. Well, and that could have moved. Sometimes I say things in the live stream, and then after the live stream ends, I go and what am I doing? I should open up my. I'm doing it again. I'm just gonna check his emails in the middle of the stream, forgetting that.
Adam checks his email at 3 in the morning.
Yeah, I'm gonna respond to every email at 3 in the morning. That's the worst time. But anyways, long story short, I was saying something earlier about the duratio. Was remember like that when you went back and like took a look at the different model runs of the HER, like the duratio started to be picked up more by the model, and the wind gusts got stronger and stronger on the HER runs. So in the middle of that event, if you're watching the runs and you're saying, "Holy crap, they're getting stronger and stronger and stronger," right? Then that's something to consider. Is be like, this could turn into maybe like not tonight, folks. I'm not talking about tonight. Tonight is not turning into the ratio from what I can tell. But I'm saying like for that event that we had, obviously radar tells you the story. Radar was insane, right? So, but if you look at radar and it's insane, and then you go and look at the models and say, oh yeah, it is insane on the models, and it's going to continue all the way to like Ottawa. Like we didn't realize it was going to stay that strong all the way to Ottawa, which is it's like a huge distance for that thing to travel. So, but yeah, anyway, so like in those situations, you might have been like, wow.
The duratio was actually a lot stronger than we expected. We did have a strong severe west, I believe, but it was more to the south.
Yeah, the
We should
duration
have
of the
went further north.
derecho, hey, like the duration
Yeah,
of the derecho
the
was
derecho.
quite a duration of the derecho. That's right, folks. This is what happens at 2:45 in the morning. We're
Oh,
trying to.
the tornado watch was just ended.
Oh no! How long? Let me see. Okay, I'm timing it. Okay, 54. Wait, let's make sure it's okay. So it's probably still shows on ours because I haven't refreshed it. Let's see. Is my radar up, by the way?
Yeah, yours
Is
is
it gone
on.
already? It's already gone. Look. What the heck? What have I done? I tilted the screen. Why did I tilt the screen? I'm having the hardest
Tilted the
time
screen.
trying to control my computer from hours away. Okay, come back. Screen thing. What the heck? Oh, I see. It's just a tilt. Okay. Am I still tilting it more? I don't know. This is there we go. Okay, good. All right. I can't even. I was so excited to go down and see that area to the south, but now I can't even. This is horrible. Trying to control this from a laptop, like on like satellite, brutal internet. Satellite internet is so slow. I mean, if it was like Starlink, it would be fast. Okay, it's gone. Look, it's gone. Yeah. Okay, it's gone on ours. Let's see. Still on the other app.
I'm telling you, it'll probably be there in the morning.
Yeah, Tornado Watch ended for Essex County. Tornado Watch ended
Interesting.
for
That
Chatham.
other app does show the tornado watch on the water too. I didn't know they did that.
That must be new. I'm surprised they did that. I'm surprised they did that. That must be new because that was never there before, right? Yeah, that's very rare we'd ever see that. So I think they changed that, which is cool. We've been doing it for
And
a
then
long
they
time, but I'm
broke
glad.
Environment Canada alerts on their app.
Yeah, they broke it. And actually, there's another app that I'm not going to name, but there's just no Canadian alerts on their app. They just went away, and I don't even mention it. You know which one it is, but there's just literally nothing. I updated the app, nothing. Like I don't know what happened. They just completely abandoned Canadian alerts, and they said they're going to deal with it soon. But it's clearly a second thought. Like
on Detroit radar, just south of Sarnia, about east of St. Clair, there's like a little. It's been there a few frames.
I see it.
It's tightening.
I'll take a look one sec.
Just east of Moortown.
See, this is the crap I'm concerned about. This is the middle of the night. Like, oh, Tornado Watch has ended. Oh, everything's fine. And then this stuff happens. This radar is updating every 2 minutes, so we should have an update really soon. Everybody's watching literally nothing on my screen because I unclicked the radar. Hold on a second, sorry. Hey everybody, check out my useless live stream content where I'm not showing you anything while talking about lots of stuff. Hold on, let me fix this here. Let's see what it looks like from Cassette. I wonder if it's there. Because it's always an interesting situation when it's viewed on multiple radars. How come I can't zoom this in? It's so slow. It's annoying. Okay. Where was it again? It was, is it the St. Clair storm?
It's
I
kind of
forget. Oh, it is that
disappeared
St.
on
Clair
the
storm,
net
yeah.
frame, but just north of Sombria,
Yeah.
there's another pocket.
Until 2, south of Corunna. Oh. Just south of Sarnia. Oh, I see it, yeah. I don't know. Tilt 1 looks like garbage. Okay, let me try to get it up on the screen here for everybody. This is what it looks like on Canadian radar. And it's like pretty messy. I don't know. I'm not convinced. Yeah, I think they're right with the tornado watch being done. It just doesn't look like it's gonna happen to me. But
well,
we
down
could be
there,
wrong. I mean,
the
you never
storms
know.
just went too far north.
Yeah, but that's where the environment was, right down there. Like if it had rolled through Windsor, it would have been a big problem. But it came through to the north, and then it kind of. Check out Tavistock.
I was just looking at it.
Yeah. Let's go go to it.
What you mean?
Why am I still tilted? I can't figure this out. There we go. That's better. Brennan, you gotta change the tune, dude. DJ Brennan, you gotta be changing that tune. Yeah, tilt 1 on Tavistock is pretty connected. It's pretty connected, and it's showing up on tilt 2. There's a CC drop, but I don't think it's legit. I'd be shocked if that was legit CC drop. You know what would be really good in Simulator Pro would be like down here in like where all the buttons are at the bottom. It would be cool if there's just a refresh button. But I guess you just refresh your browser. But I mean, it'd be nice if you just click the refresh button down there, so you don't have to zoom out to click the radar on and off. You can just hit refresh.
Although
so
sometimes when you refresh, it logs you out, so that can be annoying.
Yeah, it's pretty rare if you're like in it. It's pretty rare.
I've gotten a few times.
You know when it happens more often is on mobile. I feel like for some reason on mobile it's always logging me out.
Yeah.
It's pretty rare on desktop, but the cool thing about desktop is like Chrome can remember your password, so you just have to hit submit, and then you're back in. That part's pretty easy, but yeah, Tavistock. I wonder if this is like a little bit of rotation here. I'm gonna go look at it from like Cleveland or something. And try to see it from a different radar, or maybe Buffalo would be the better one.
Yeah, I just look at K-Bus. I'm not seeing it on there.
Yeah, it's kind of on tilt 2 a bit, but it's really soft. So let's look at Cassette. Yeah, it's definitely on Cassette. Let's look at King. Oh, why am I not looking at King? It's kind of there on King. Not really. No, this is, yeah, I think Tornado Watch is done. Oh, Brennan. Look north of Sarnia. On tilt 2.
On where? Which radar?
North is... This is a little bit of rotation here right near Tavistock, though. Are you playing that? Are you playing what I think you're playing?
Yeah, because people were complaining that they were falling asleep.
Oh, they're falling asleep. Every time they fall asleep,
so
we go back
their
to
punishment.
the bagpipes or the fiddle. Brennan.
Yeah.
Maybe that CC drop is legit.
They're new, right? I keep waiting for a new frame.
I wonder if that CC drop is legit. Oh yeah, what am I doing? I can just hit refresh. I can stay right on the storm and just refresh the browser. Right? And it comes right back. Why don't I do that? I'll just refresh. I think that CC drop might have been right over the mezzo. This is cool. Where did this song come from? It's way better.
Yeah, this is a StreamYard song. Daydreaming.
Oh, cool. Cool.
I just got a new frame. Kind of broke apart.
Did it?
Still there, but
You're talking Tavistock?
yeah.
Yeah, it fell apart. The structure is still nice. Like reflectivity still looks good. Oh, I see this. It's kind of attaching further south now near Castle. That's actually right at the bottom of that cell. I don't know. It's rotation, but it's pretty soft. I don't know if it's like got it. I'm switching to correlation coefficient. I just want to see if anything's going on right there. Yeah, I think we're going to be shutting down the live stream pretty soon. Every time
I'm surprised 300 people are still listening.
I'm shocked. Every time we want to shut down the live stream, there's another radar frame that catches our attention. Right about here. I don't think that's a giant CC drop. I think that's just noise. Dude, tilt 2 north of Sarnia on Cassett. Hold on a second, folks. Let me show you this. Punk. What is that? Punk or Doodle Corners? The heck is that?
I've heard that name before.
I think I probably pronounced it wrong. I probably said it wrong. It was like on my screen for 2 seconds, but I was just confused. What the heck? Oh, I'm going too far. See, this is impossible to control a computer from a distance. I mean, I'm making it work, but it's awful. Okay, let's see if I can zoom in here. I've zoomed out a little too far. What am I doing? I've gone too far. I'm causing problems, Brennan. This is like, I can't use this. It's too slow. I think what's happening is it's so slow for me that I'm slowing down. That's just making the whole thing even slower. Whereas if I just treated it like I was at home on my computer and clicked as fast as I could be a lot faster with it. But I've now slowed down because I'm just like, it's slow, so I'm slow. Okay, let's see if this works. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about, folks, right here. Over the water north of Sarnia. Oh no, what did I do? I pulled up the banner. Oh dear, I'll bring it up there. All right, so if you look right here, this is some decent rotation actually. And if I bring this back to reflectivity here, that's tilt 1 and tilt 2. Here's tilt 1 reflectivity. So it's right here, right at that corner. So it's actually right here. The signature is here. It's at the back side of the storm. I don't know. Yeah, I think we're getting pretty close here, folks. Although that storm kind of has me wondering. I think.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious about that one just south of Sarnia.
Yeah, let's see what happens.
Interesting.
It comes on the shore. Probably the same as the rest of them. Probably the same as the rest of them, but yeah. All right, folks, I think we're going to shut down the stream. We'll just keep an eye on that storm coming north of Sarnia, and if we see anything, we'll definitely send a notification through our free app. So if you don't have our free app, head over to instantweatherapp.com. That is instantweatherapp.com. And yeah, and 1 second, let me just go jump into the comments. I haven't been there in a while. Yeah, instantweatherapp.com. Perfect. Savannah says Sarnia is getting bad. Wind is very strong. And then Tina says Sarnia wind is crazy right now. Yeah, I mean there might be like a water spout north of you, so that would make a lot of sense. That would make a lot of sense to me. Yeah, I think we're just gonna keep an eye on this just for a little bit, and then power is out in Sarnia, says Amanda. Sarnia is had crazy wind and heavy rain, says Vicky. It sounds like Sarnia is interesting.
They probably did get some strong winds recently.
Yeah, but I think maybe it's because, so those are really. Oh, they had that storm. That storm just went through Sarnia. That's the storm.
Yeah, that storm that just went to the south, like through Bridgeton into Petroleum now.
It's pretty organized. I mean, look how tight it is, and it's a nice S. It's got the S feature to it. And I
would bet it's producing near severe level wind, probably like 70, 80.
Sounds like it. No power for North Sarnia, so it obviously
kind of surprised it's not under severe thunderstorm warning. Because it kind of
maybe they think there's nothing going on because they're not getting a lot of reports, but everybody in Sarnia now is saying it's crazy. What's Miranda saying? We have a team member in Sarnia. She's probably saying it's bananas.
I don't see her. She's probably sleeping.
She's probably asleep. That's right.
I'm surprised because I would think she'd get waken up by it. So maybe that should be telling us something.
She's gonna be so mad.
Miranda wasn't woken up by it.
She's gonna be so mad if she missed a big storm. She gets angry. She's like, "What? It was crazy."
It isn't a snowstorm that she's missing.
Vicky says, "I have power in Sarnia near River South End." Yeah, it's probably the north end that maybe got the stronger stuff. Chantel says Corona was crazy, just like Sarnia. Is it raining here? I think it might be.
It's raining and thunder and lightning here.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting. Let's see if we can get another update here.
It's a very interesting storm heading into Kitchener right now. If you look on Cassett right now. Interesting one.
I'll update it here. What frame are you on? I've got 258.
Yeah, that's the same. 259 in this app, but I think that's the same.
Hold on, I want to keep looking at the storm. West of London. The one that just went through Sarnia. Yeah, Sarnia might have been like a little downburst.
Tavistock storm again. I'm just looking back.
Oh, okay. One sec. I'll go take a look at it. The one going into Kitchener, you said? Oh, yeah. I see it on exit area. Not that great. What's it doing on King?
I don't think it's anything too crazy, but it could be strong winds.
Yeah, it could be strong wind. Obviously, there's strong enough winds that went through Sarnia and people said they're bananas. I mean, if you look at the winds on that cell, like on the Sarnia cell, and you actually read them for face value, they're insanely strong. Right?
I mean, like that area's always been bad on Cassett.
I know, but look at this.
Like extremely strong
the winds going into, but the winds going into Petrolia right now, right on that storm, are 115.92 kilometers an hour. Wind is out, and everybody says Sarnia was crazy. Like if everybody, like if you had like winds this high, and everyone was like, oh, it's really calm in Sarnia, you know, like then you know it's not reaching the surface. But obviously, there's still surface based because it's 114, like at the lowest tilt. Oh wait, this isn't the lowest tilt. What am I talking about? That was the second tilt. So let's take a look at tilt 1. See, tilt 1 is still 117 kilometers an hour. I don't know. I think we should send a wind notification on this one because there's a ton of reports in Sarnia. I'm going to do that right now. Because there's like, you know, There's no severe thunderstorm warning on it. They've ended the tornado watch, which is still so get this. So the tornado watch for land is gone off that app, but the one for the water is still going.
Oh yeah, I see that now.
Yeah, I'm gonna send out a notification and just say we've had power outage reports in Sarnia from the storm. I think it's a good idea to send this out. Most people are like, "Oh, it's not bad. There's no alerts." Like, I don't know. We just had a bunch of people in Sarnia say that it was insane, and that the power's out in parts of Sarnia. So to me, that makes me think like, probably want to mention a storm. What do you think, Brennan? Yeah?
Yeah, I would say so.
I'm going to get the date wrong and also put PM. So there's that.
Oh, Environment Canada just severe warned it. They're
Well, there
listening.
you go. I don't even have to do it then. That's sweet. I mean, obviously, I can't send out a severe thunderstorm warning, but what I'm saying is I didn't have to send out, damaging wind risk with that storm because Environment Canada has now put a severe thunderstorm warning on it. So that's good. That is good. So kudos to Environment Canada for recognizing that storm was a beast. They probably saw reports of it too, because I mean, people, like a lot of people on the stream are like, that thing is nasty. So that's good. That's good. I'm glad they did that. All right, well, that's good news. Well, folks, I think we're going to shut down the stream. I'm still going to, pardon my yawn there. I am still going to watch radar for a bit here because I want to make sure to pay attention. But V-Bro says wind just became crazy in Petrolia. So yeah, that storm that is moving east of Sarnia right now. We had a lot of reports of power outages and crazy winds in Sarnia. So it is now under a severe thunderstorm warning moving to the east towards Petrolia. And I'll just show you which way it's going, but we are going to shut down the stream. I know you're like, why are you shutting the stream? There's a severe thunderstorm warning. Is that the greatest time to shut down the stream? But yeah, we need to live stream in Eastern Ontario tomorrow as well. And by we, I mean Brennan, because I'm gonna be. That's like tomorrow's when the wedding is, so I'm gonna be a little tied up with that. But let me pull up radar here, make sure I've got the latest. But yeah, the winds coming off. That's a Wyoming, Petrolia, and you know what though? That storm's probably gonna move toward London. So there's that. So London is yet to be under severe thunderstorm warning, which they probably will be in an hour. And I'm shutting down the stream. London's going to be grumpy. They're like, where did you go? You were live streaming. Severe thunderstorm warning heading east towards London. Maybe it's worth me still doing that Polygon because I could put it like further to the east and let folks in like London know that that storm's on the way. What do you think, Bren? Maybe? I think I'm going to do that. I think it's still probably
It's moving fairly fast, so it could get to London fairly soon.
That's true.
Although it's hard to say if it's kind of like, it might be weakening a bit. It's kind of hard to tell.
It's hard to tell. It doesn't seem like it's weakening. It seems like it's still cooking
kind of like
good.
Growing to the south.
Is it growing to the south a little bit? All right. Let me see. I'm trying to make this Polygon here. Hold on. This is a tricky one. It's pretty high up there, all the way up to Plimpton, Wyoming, and all the way down to like Wallaceburg. That's a pretty big storm. Yeah, you know what it's doing? It's connecting with the line to the south. It's actually creating a line. Yeah, it's connecting to the south and creating a line. But that might, oh yeah, there's several unplanned outages in Sarnia due to the storm. It was posted on Twitter. Brandon, are you seeing little CC drops in there? Maybe not. Like near Oil City?
I'm gonna look.
I think it might be noise though. But the fact that it's inside of
That
the purple
area
makes me
on
question.
Casa is like very, very noisy all the time. I don't know why. It's just a bad
I know,
area.
but it's just a bad area, yeah. But this storm's pretty
Yeah, I
legit.
see what you mean. Like, there's some pockets of like CC drop.
Yeah, I wonder. Alright, folks. I think I'm gonna probably send a notification here about the strong winds just to give like London a heads up. Probably a good idea. Just so they know what's happening. Let's see here. Yeah, it looks like it's tracking pretty good here. I think I'm gonna go all the way to like Tilsonburg, Woodstock. I'm going pretty far with this polygon. But I feel like the storm has a chance to just continue these strong winds to the east. Pretty high values on radar. Yeah, that's a pretty giant polygon I was about to send out. Oh well. I'm just gonna go, where is it here? Strange I don't see it. Oh, severe thunderstorm potential. I like sending this one out. Definitely watch this storm that is located. Where is it located? Near Oil City, and it is near Oil City and Petrolia. Yeah, just really strong winds on that line.
I'm interested by that one over Lake Huron right now, going into like Bayfield, Grand Bend. It's very,
That's
very
the one
broad, but there's like some red and green there that's like slowly getting closer and closer together, and it's more defined.
Oh, I see what you're talking about. Like northwest of Port Franks.
Yeah, and I'm just animating it, and I'm seeing like it slowly, the green has been expanding and getting close
It's
to the red,
tightening
and it's
up
getting
there. I
like
see what you're saying.
tightening.
Yeah. Huh. It's interesting. Carefully watching the storm is located near Oil City and Petrolia. That is tracking to the east, northeast. I'll just say east. Tracking to the east. It's currently under a severe thunderstorm warning from Environment Canada, and it may continue strong as it moves to the east towards London, etc. So, and the timing is 3:13 a.m. 1 second here. Time is 3:14. Okay, we should go 3:14. 3:14 a.m. and the date is Thursday, July 13th, 2023. Star on WX. Okay. We're carefully watching the storm that is located near West City and Petrolia that is tracking to the east. Is currently under severe thunderstorm warning from Canada. It may continue strong as it moves east towards London, etc. All right, sending it out. Pretty big polygon. 19,000 people in this polygon. Here we go. Maybe I should unclick include locations because it's going to be insane. All right, there we go. Yeah, I'll do that. Okay, I sent out a pretty honking polygon, so we'll see what happens. Matt on our team said, at what point do we send out wind gust notifications, and how do you confirm those on radar? Well, you don't confirm them on radar, Matt. You can't confirm them on radar. The only way they can be confirmed is if a weather station gets hit with them, or if there's damage that reaches that particular level of wind gusts. So that's the only way to confirm them. But yeah, we typically, it depends. I mean, if like, you know, if we see something really really strong on radar and we believe that it could be reaching the surface, then we send it out. That's pretty much it. Okay, 1 second here. AC says, "Oh my, that's a large polygon." It was a big one, but there's really strong winds across that whole line moving east. So if it continues strong, it's going to be something. So we'll see. Anyways, long story short, I think we are going to shut down the stream now, but we will. Yeah, we will. I'm going to continue watching this line, so I'll be awake watching this line closely. Brennan, look south of Petrolia. South of Petrolia, and look at is Oil Springs a CC? Like I'm talking on CASCT. Is Oil Springs a correlation coefficient? Like I don't know. I've seen that kind of stuff before. That's nothing. But like if you look at reflectivity though, it's kind of like a hook. I don't know.
That's the same CC we've been watching for a while now.
Yeah, it is. I don't know. It's hard to say. It's hard to say. This is tricky stuff to look at. Most of it is probably elevated, I would think. Also, look over near St. Agatha, which is near Kitchener, just west of Kitchener. Yeah. It's that same cell we've been talking about for a while, right? It's something, but it's probably pretty weak. It's hard to tell. Obviously, these winds are pretty strong in the southwest here. They could be a concern. Yeah, you know what? That could be damage. That could be like that stuff near Oil City. I mean, that could be like downburst damage potentially. In CC, it's possible because those winds are crazy strong. Those winds are over 100 kilometers an hour on radar, and if any of that's reaching the surface, that's a problem. So Oil City there's kind of a hook there. It's kind of concerning. So maybe I should actually show people on the radar what the heck I'm talking about. Brendan, do you want to make me a little bit larger? Or actually, I can do it here.
Yeah.
I forget how to do it, but I can do it.
There you go.
I think it's this button. Yeah, sweet, cool. Okay, I'm just gonna check this one for a little bit, and then we're gonna shut down the stream. I've been talking about shutting down the stream now for like an hour, and every single time
severe thunderstorm warning just came out for Strathroy, London, Goderich.
Yeah,
pretty large one. Yeah, from Goderich down through Exeter into London, Strathroy.
Yeah.
I wonder what they're saying. Let me see the details. 90 kilometer an hour wind gust.
Yeah, they think so. They think it's not fully reaching the surface as strong as it is on radar, because on radar it's like it's in the 110s and stuff. 1 second here. Let me just get my mouse over it. Yeah, 113, 18. There's 118.8 near Suterville. 118.8. That's pretty darn strong. If that's reaching the surface, then they got problems. Yeah, there's that. So yeah, strong winds moving to London for sure. And let's look at that Kitchener cell quickly. If you've hung out with us all this time, then we appreciate you for hanging out. And if you've been too tired and you can't hang out anymore, we get it. It's all good. What's going on northeast of Hamilton there? Huh. Yeah, good off the song. Is there like a hook in Oakville? What am I looking at right now?
Yeah, like these storms are like, they're just have weird shapes tonight.
Brandon, there's a hook echo in
Like,
Oakville right now.
I see what you mean, and there's one on K-Buff too. Like it's like very
Is there a mezzo in
broadly there, and
K-Buff?
it's tracking right towards me.
Is that moving northeast towards you? I don't think so. But it's gonna cross the
It
water.
might
Yeah, I got
just
family in
go over
Oakville. That
the.
thing looks pretty nasty.
Might just miss me this south.
There's definitely a hook echo in Oakville, which is concerning.
It's about to go over Lake Ontario, anyways.
I know it's just about to move right over the lake. My internet's getting choppy just as I'm trying to look at that. Great. Yeah, I don't like to look at that.
It's that time of the night. My internet gets choppy around 3 a.m. I think that's when they do all their maintenance.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't like to look at that. I was at 17. It's not long till we get an update. It'll already be over the water. I don't think it's moving right towards you. Is it moving to the northeast?
It'll probably miss me right to the south. The storm track on another app has it going right through downtown Toronto. But it's
Hey, there's a
kind
mezzo in
of,
K-Buff. How come you didn't tell me
yeah.
that? Let me know. Mezzo on K-Buff.
Oh, there's no, I'm not seeing it on,
What are you talking about?
just a
I
storm
got it loaded
track.
up right
There's no
now.
mezzo.
That's the 314 time, so there's probably already a new update there. But there was a mezzo with 314 in Oakville on K-Buff.
Yeah, I was saying, it looked strong on K-Buff.
You did mention that, yeah, it's true. I didn't know there was a mezzo though. I was like, what? Mezzo?
I wouldn't be
Yeah, it
surprised
was.
if there was a brief touchdown in Oakville, because it kind of interesting. I was going back a few frames.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of has that, I wonder if there's any CC dropout. Check that. It's kind of messy.
It's really messy. Yeah, I was looking at it as messy. Hard to tell.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think it touched down, but it was like it's quite. I mean, if I was in Oakville, like, and again, I have family in Oakville, so sometimes I go and see them, and I would have been if I saw that mezzo like right over the house, I'd been like,
Should have been time.
yeah, that's something. But yeah, I think that's already out over the water. Okay. All right, let's go back here, check Exeter like one more time, and then I think we're gonna shut down the stream. Everyone's like, "You're not shutting down the stream. You've never shut down the stream. You're gonna be here all night," and that's just how it is. Let's see here. I mean, things certainly got more interesting than we thought they were gonna. It looked like it was all gonna die off. But then, like I told you, like some of the data was like 6 a.m. Things are gonna be crazy. I'm like, great, 6 a.m. I gotta get up for a wedding.
Mother
At
Nature
least the
heard that
wedding's
we were
at 5.
shutting off the live stream, and they were like, "No."
Yeah, at least the wedding's not till 5. It's somewhat helpful. I can maybe sleep in for a bit. That'd be good. By the way, if you want to, if you'd like to follow along with what we have on screen here, this is called Instant Weather Pro. Might as well tell folks about it before we shut down the stream. You can subscribe at instantweatherpro.com. And currently it's a website. It's a very, very powerful radar website. And we're super excited about launching the beta test of it. Thank you so much to all those who have joined. And we look forward to seeing more and more folks on the live stream, letting us know about a storm. It's really great. I love the fact that so many people are like, I'm watching this storm on Instant Weather Pro, and it looks like it's rotating. And it's like, even if what you're thinking is rotation is not, the fact that you're asking about it The fact that you can look for it, you can ask about it, and then we can tell you if what.
There's a new
What?
frame on K-Buff of that Oakville storm, and it got it stronger over Lake Ontario.
Oh, did it get stronger? Let's see. I think I'm just getting it.
More defined. It's like a really strong.
Probably a water spout.
Yeah.
What frame? 320?
323.
I don't have
K-Buff.
323. This is garbage. Hold on a second. Oh, I see. 323. Yeah, I see it. Yeah, it's getting more defined. It's still not amazing, but oh, I've got relative velocity on 1 second here. Yeah, it's a little better. I bet it'll produce a water spout. That's pretty possible. That could be possible.
That would have to be, depending on the track of it, it's getting very close to like hitting Toronto Island.
You think so? I don't. Is it
Because
going
it's
that far
going like
northeast?
almost.
I feel
That
like it's just gonna
track
go
of
out
that
over the
meso
water.
is kind of like going north-northeast.
Oh, you are right. Yeah, it is. Sorry, I thought
It
was going
has
more
a very
east.
northern track to it.
That's right. Yeah, you're right. That might end up tracking right towards the storm in Toronto right now is interesting on K-Buff. It's probably weaker on King though. Yeah, that's garbage on King. But whoa, Brandon, look at King on the Oakville storm. Look at tilt 2. Look at the hook on it. This would be something else.
Yeah, I see
That
what you
thing
mean.
strolls into Toronto after like spinning
Just
up on
like
the
a
lake really hard.
4 a.m. live stream, and then I catch a tornado
When the
on
lakes
live
are
stream.
really warm, sometimes you get these like, they look okay on land and then they go over the water and it's like, whoa, they turn into this like huge
Yeah,
water
like
spout risk.
I'm looking back on the tilt 2 velocity, and that signature goes all the way back to Oakville. It's like very defined. It's just a large,
I know, it was a
very
giant hook in
strong
Oakville. That's what I was
cutoff.
saying. There was definitely
Yeah.
definitely a hook in Oakville. I probably should have notified that instead of just sitting here talking about it, but I don't know. I just didn't think it was. I thought it was gonna like do what you like. Basically, what you said is get stronger over the water. But I mean, that very well could have been a little brief touchdown in Oakville. Folks. This is why it's good to watch the live streams, because sometimes we're just chit chatting about something, and then we go back and look at it and say that was stronger than we thought it was. Why? We probably should have notified that. But yeah, it's very possible that could have been a brief little touchdown.
Yeah, it's still good.
In Oakville.
The latest K-Buff scan, it still continues. The green part of the rotation is starting to weaken a bit, but
yeah,
it's definitely, maybe it's outflowing out a bit, but
what frame do you have
tracking
now in
right
K-Buff?
towards 326.
What the heck? Is that on another app or on Instant Pro? Is that
On another
I've got
app.
on the other app.
I think
I
the
have
American.
I only have 320.
Yeah, the American
So
radars are really delayed on Instant Weather Pro right now.
Yeah, I think there might be a backlog. Sometimes they get backlogged, and then they have to try to catch up, and it can be painful. So that could be what's happening. Let's see here. But that's okay. That's part of beta testing. So we're happy to admit when things are not perfect, and then we can go back and tweak them, make them better. So that's always a good thing to do. Let's see here. Yeah, the green kind of vanished, but yeah, I see what you mean. The bright got better. We have 328 right now in Instant Weather Pro. I've only got 320 on another app. Yeah, I still only have. Oh, I finally just got it. Yeah, but we've got that. We have it. K-Buff is up to date. So I got 328.
Awesome. Yeah. We'll be able to tell what it's doing once it comes over me.
Once it's right on top of Toronto, then you'll know for sure. What about the storm that's in Toronto right now, dude?
It was just a bit of lightning, a lot of heavy rain.
Yeah, but
it went through.
It's strengthening though. It's strengthening though. Look at the velocity. Yeah. Look at tilt 1 velocity in K-Buff for Scarborough.
I see that.
Like I'll show you right here on the stream. I got it right here.
Yeah, like it literally
What are the winds?
exploded just to the east of me.
What are the winds on this thing? Let's see. I see. They're only 64. Yeah, they're only 64-ish. Oh man. I'm just checking some other radars in the background here just to keep an eye on what's going on. Brandon, there's a mezzo about to hit Port Franks.
Yeah, that storm has been like, it just sits there. It's just been like broadly rotating, but it hasn't connected yet.
Yeah, it's not as. I got an updated radar and it's not as strong as I thought it was. The Arcona cell looks really strong. Arcona's probably getting crazy winds. I want to go see in the comments. I haven't looked in the comments in a bit. I bet you people are like, the winds are nuts. Let's see here. Comments. Some destinations won't get comments anymore. Where'd they go? Oh, new comments. Okay, there we go. Let's see what people are saying about these winds.
It just ended the severe thunderstorm warning for Sarnia during Goddard's. I think it's still in effect for London.
I would think so. One second here. Flipping back through all these comments. Andrew says I have a very I need sleep voice. Perhaps. Perhaps I do. Alright, one second here. Alright. Just look through the comments. What we might agree about? One second here. I'm trying to see. Oh, Trisha says we are in forest lands and shores and the winds are crazy wicked. Yeah, these winds look crazy strong. Yeah, Australian wind damage is certainly possible with this line.
Megan says wild winds in Waterloo are trees losing a lot of branches.
Eek, that's not good. The Bees95 on Twitch says, please look at London. Yeah, London's in the path of that storm. That's got crazy wind gusts right now. And it caused power outages in Sarnia, which means it probably took down some trees. I would think. Either trees or power poles.
The strong wind gust is even going into London. Like, it continues to remain on Exeter radar.
Exeter, yeah, Exeter's still showing it. So,
like, usually as the storm approaches London, they tend to get weaker on the radar because it's closer to the ground, but they don't seem to be getting weaker as they get close to the radar.
I think you're getting stronger. It's not good.
Like, London's just about to get pounded.
Yeah, I think so. That cell's kind of weakening a little bit over the water, but I say that though, but then now the winds are even stronger on it.
Yeah, the winds are getting stronger on it, and it's coming right for Toronto.
Like the hook kind of weakened a bit.
There's zero lightning associated with it, which is interesting.
Yeah, but it's not always required. Not always.
Yeah, like that one going through Sarnia didn't even like produce much lightning.
No, but the winds are nuts on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know what? Look at these values over Lake Ontario right now. 102.96 kilometers an hour. There's some pretty strong winds in this cell. And is that cell heading right into Toronto? Should I stop?
Yeah, like probably like the southern part of it.
One second here. Maybe you should let somebody know. I'm like a sloth right now. I'm not even moving fast or doing anything quickly. Like, maybe we should tell people in Toronto that this strong storm is heading their way.
I love how we're droning on, but our viewer count still continues to go up for some reason.
It's amazing. I don't know
Like,
if
we're
this is going to
almost
hit
back
Toronto
up
at
to
night.
400 almost. We were down with like 300.
I think people get like woken up by the storms and then come check to see if we're still
Yeah.
streaming, kind of thing. Yeah. I don't know if it's going to hit, but I'm
People
going to
just like
notify.
wake up and they're like, we gotta check the stream.
I'm going to notify this, Brennan, because it's like something worth mentioning here. I mean, it was
Oh, we're about to
probably
get
should have notified.
ground verification in about probably 10-15 minutes.
Yeah, but I don't think you're getting the strongest part of that storm. I'm just going to notify like the south. But what I was going to say is that we probably should have notified Oakville when that thing had a big hook on it.
Mm-hmm.
But who knows? Who knows what's going to happen with that? So, anyways, I'm just going to notify like Southern Toronto, probably. Like maybe like the Toronto proper, and like right down by the water here. Okay, I'm going to notify this 1 second here. I think I'm just going to notify winds. I don't. There's some weird like pick 1 pixel rotation kind of stuff, but I don't know if it's legit.
Yeah, I don't really think it's rotation per se, but
I
again,
think it's
these
winds,
storms
right?
are
Yeah.
like, they do look like the ones that went through Michigan that were just like randomly briefing spin up. So who knows?
Yeah, it's tricky. I'm gonna go orange because it's like pretty strong. It's about to go through a pretty populated area, so I'm gonna say damaging winds detected on this storm that just went through parts of Oakville and is now heading northeast into southern Toronto. Let's see here, 3:37 a.m. and it's Thursday, July 13th, 2023. I think there's a mosquito trying to find me. The battling mosquito, like going up north, Brennan, you know way better than I do. But mosquitoes are brutal in Muskoka.
Oh yeah, you just don't go
Ridiculous.
outside. That's one thing I
Yeah,
don't miss about Muskoka.
no, you know
Now
what
that
you
I
can
live
do?
in
You know what you can do?
Toronto.
You can do like jeans, a hoodie, like tall socks, shoes, a baseball hat, and then you put the hoodie up, and then all you have to do is put like, like the spray, but like not DEET because it's terrifyingly bad for you, but like the stuff that has pick a carton or whatever it's called in it, and then you just kind of like put that like you don't breathe it in, but you put it on like your neck and like your ears and like your forehead and like maybe a little bit of your cheeks, and then they just don't come to your face because they smell that there, and then they can't pierce you anywhere else, and you're pretty much good to go. Like that's basically what I do if it's like crazy out there. I don't want to wear like the mesh netting because that's just like it's a
I
little
never
much.
found the mesh netting ever worked. It's just annoying.
Yeah. Yeah, you just can't even see anything. I was like, how am I going to watch radar with this? This is ridiculous. Okay, so what I say,
That's
3:37.
always your concern. How can I watch radar?
I can't watch radar with a mesh netting on my face. It's not happening. Okay, everyone's probably calling me a pansy in the comments, but I'll take it. It's fine. It's just so damn annoying. It's like deer flies and stuff, just like eating your face. It's kind of annoying. All right, so 3:30. Oh, 3:39. Hold on a second here. 3:39 a.m. Thursday, July. 1 second. And I realized, now I'm happy because I realized it's actually not a mosquito. It's one of those like flutter bugs. I don't know what they're called, but it's like just like a little moth or something. It's just fluttering around. So that's reassuring. Okay, I'm sending a notification. 4,400 people. Sent it. We'll see. Pretty strong winds going. Oh, just as I send it, tilt 1 went to crap. Not to crap, but it's like way weaker. So, but tilt 2 still looks pretty darn good.
Getting some lightning now.
Yeah. Yeah, I just did kind of like the very southern area. You're going to get part of that storm, but you're going to get like the northern part of it, right? See, folks.
I'm pretty close to the south.
Oh, that's true. You are pretty south. Oh, yeah. You might be able to see what's
I'm
going on
literally
there.
right where Toronto is. So I'm
That's
like
true.
near City Hall.
Yeah, you're pretty downtown. So yeah, exactly. Never mind. This is gonna go right over you. So we're gonna get first-hand report from Brennan. I'm pretty sure he's gonna go with the adjectives windy and rainy,
Grumpy.
grumpy, and yeah, cranky. Let's go with cranky on this one. This is a cranky storm. Why don't I have the latest update? Who's running this live stream? It's me. I'm the problem. It's me. T. So you can see my polygon. Look at this. This is so cool. It's so cool that I created that polygon, and now look at it. It's right in Instant Weather Pro. Sweet, there's my polygon. My little polygon.
You just need to make it more visible.
Yeah, it's just super thin. So we're gonna make it thicker, and then we're gonna do a drop shadow. It's gonna look sweet. So happy about that. Right now, you can't choose which alerts you want on or off. So a big part of us solving that, though, is going to be with priority, so that the tornado warning sits on top of the severe thunderstorm watch and all that stuff, like to make sure that they're all. I already have that whole list of priority built, so we just have to implement it, and then that will really help. And then, but then eventually we'll have it so you can say, like, I want to see only warnings, or I want to see watches, I want to see. I want to see, like, I don't care about like heat warnings, but I want to see the severe thunderstorm watches, like those kind of filters and stuff we'll bring into it. But I think with proper priority, it should be pretty good. And then again, I want to have it so when you click on a polygon, you see every single alert or custom notification, right? You see them all listed. So you can be like, oh, it looks like there's a severe thunderstorm watch for my area. And you click on it in Instant Weather Pro, and then boom, oh, it's also showing me that I'm under a heat warning, and it's also showing me that I'm under a special, weather statement for air quality or whatever the heck, right? So it'd be nice to be able to see them all right there. I mean, because you can see them all in the app. And that's the thing. The thing is, though, Brennan, is we're building Instant Weather Pro into the Instant Weather app. So what I'm thinking maybe is if you click on a polygon, it shows you a list of all the alerts that are available. And if you click on that, it takes you back to the home screen of the Instant Weather app and opens the drop down so you can see all the alerts, right? And then maybe in there we have a button that says go back to Instant Weather Pro. And so, like, in the alert drop down, the very bottom is a little button that says go back to Instant Weather Pro. Or even better, oh, this is even better. I got it. This is perfect. You know how the Instant Weather button at the very top of the app brings you to the home screen? Did you know that? If you touch the Instant Weather logo at the top of the app, it brings you to the home screen. So what if when you go to the alert bar, the Instant Weather logo at the top of the app changes to say Instant Weather Pro. And if you touch that, it brings you back to Instant Weather Pro, right? And vice versa. When you're in Instant Weather Pro, if you click this Instant Weather icon at the very top of Instant Weather Pro, that should bring you back to the home screen of the app. This will be a first for Pro Radar apps, because Pro Radar apps are like only the radar. They don't have anything. I mean, they have everything else, but they're all in like these menus and all these weird places. Whereas if ours would be like the first, I think it's probably the first like regular weather app that's also has the Pro Radar app option built into it, right? So that you can go back and look at the forecast, and then you can jump back into Pro Radar and have all the sweet features. So that's going to be pretty cool. That it'll be both. And I think the really easy way to get back from the main app back to Instant Weather Pro is just by clicking the icon at the top of the app. And we just keep changing it. So when you're in Instant Weather Pro, it says Instant Weather at the top, and you click it, and then it goes back, and then it says Instant Weather Pro, so that when you click it, it goes back to Pro. I think that's cool. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. That's the plan. If I forget it, I'm going to find this live stream and rewind it and listen to it. So I think that's the plan. So I sent that polygon to parts of Toronto. It's hard to say if that storm is really going to hit significantly, because it definitely weakened on the recent frames. But
the latest scan from K-Box still shows strong winds.
Yeah, I think it's still pretty strong. It's still pretty strong. The latest scan from King, which is a little bit closer, is still, yeah.
Although that one
It's
over
got some wind to
Scarborough
it, but I think it has weakened.
has some winds to it
Did
too.
it get cooking better? Yeah, until 1 it certainly does. Yeah, it certainly does until 1. Let's see what it does. What's going on for King with it, though? King looks like crap on it.
The shape of that
And
storm
King's
in
right
Toronto
beside it.
is
King is
really
very close.
interesting look on King. It's like a little hot, but there's nothing on velocity.
I think you're just thinking that because it's coming at you. It's coming
Yeah,
directly
because I'm
for you. You're
on a
like,
hook
is that a
at
hook?
4 in the morning.
Yeah, nobody wants a 4 in the morning hook. Come on. All right. So I don't even know what that means. Okay, so it looks like London's getting it now for sure. I'm gonna jump back to the comments and whoa, hold on a second here. I gotta keep an eye on what's going on over the water. Let me go back to Cassett here.
Oh, I think I figured out why Miranda wasn't reporting on the storm. She lost power
What?
for an hour and she didn't have data.
Ah, no way. So her Wi-Fi went
So
down.
she just,
You know what she
yeah, her
needs?
Wi-Fi went
Text
down.
message alerts. She needs text message alerts. See, this is the stuff we're talking about. Is like when some people that don't have data, all they have is Wi-Fi, and then well, Wi-Fi goes out because the power goes down. Now you don't have internet at all. The only way you would get an alert would be through a text message, through an SMS text message. That'd be the only way at that point. And that's where text message alerts ends up being the more reliable option. Because in those rare cases, when for some reason you don't have internet access, you would still get a text message. So I think that's pretty useful. But yeah, there are still really strong winds here, southwest of London, and that storm is going to be going into London as well too, and stuff to the north as well too looks pretty strong. So that's a pretty strong line still moving to the east. Didn't we say we are going to shut down the live stream like an hour ago?
I was just thinking about that. It was like, we're supposed to shut down the live stream, but
Well, how come things just keep getting interesting? That's not part of the plan. They're not supposed to continue to get interesting at 4 in the morning. For the love of goodness, what's happening here? I'm gonna need some bananas and coffee. Storm nuts. I don't even have them. They're on my desk at home. They're on my desk at home watching me play with radar from.
you can't access them through satellite internet.
No, I can't. There's no way I can access them. I might be able to get a camera on them or something. Like I have like a webcam. Maybe I can see them just to make sure they're okay.
You turn on the webcam, you just see your cat there.
I've literally only been eating those nuts every time we've gone live, and it's lasted me a while because I've only basically taken like 2 or 3 handfuls, and so those storm nuts are like OG at this point. They're like original, It's crazy. All right, that's it. I think we're shutting down the stream. We're gonna still see strong winds. They're gonna go through the London area. I'm sure there's a lot of people in London that are like, please don't shut down the live stream while this is happening. But it looks like it's just going to be a wind risk at this point in time. It could be pretty darn strong though, and that's going to head into Woodstock. It's going to head into Brantford, maybe Hamilton. Those strong winds could potentially head all the way east through parts of Niagara and the GTA. And that's going to continue throughout the morning. But then tomorrow, I believe it's the same system in theory, is going to
I could actually bring up the forecast.
Oh, cool. All right, yes, please. Yeah, I think tomorrow is going to be quite strong in Eastern Ontario. Brennan's done a forecast map for it here. He's going to bring that up on the stream. But tomorrow looks pretty intense. But I think we're going to let the windstorm. It's going to be windy, folks. We're not seeing any rotation at this point in time. And here's the risk map for Eastern Ontario. So strong, severe risk in Eastern Ontario. Areas east of Ottawa, all the way to the Quebec border. So Cornwall, Alexandria, Hawkesbury, Morrisburg, and Brockville. Those areas, and is it Gananoque? I think Gananoque. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. But anyways, so that's a strong, severe risk. 1 or 2 tornadoes possible. 115 kilometers an hour or more wind gusts. 3 to 4 centimeter hail, and 50 to 75 millimeter flooding risk as well. And then in the yellow area, we have Ottawa, Kemptville, Smith Falls, maybe Kingston is kind of on the border there. Perth is on the border as well. Those areas are so a slight risk, so a little bit less of a risk than the strong area, but and then that gradually continues to the isolated risk, which is to the west, like Perth and Picton, Arm Prior, and then non-severe storms to the west of that as well. So, so there's going to be strong storms overnight for a big swath of, populated deep southern Ontario, and then and not southwestern, sorry, southern. I'm talking about like Niagara and GTA, like kind of southern central Ontario, and then yeah, basically the risk is going to then continue into eastern Ontario, and there's also flooding risk that we have to contend with, and Brennan showed on some of the latest model data the flooding kind of moves to the north as well. So the flooding might come up towards Muskoka this evening, so we'll see.
Although I wonder how
Yeah,
accurate that is, because we're seeing a lot of storm activity through the GTA at the moment. Like that line through London will go through the GTA eventually. So it
that's
might
true.
actually
Yeah.
end
So,
up being further south. Because there really isn't that much rain to the north for it to go there.
mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. Yeah, it's very possible. So, all right, folks. Not very often we stream for 4 hours at midnight, but we did, and obviously there was another live stream, so we streamed longer than 4 hours. That first one was at least like a half an hour before I shut it down.
Yeah.
So, but basically 4.5 hour live stream in the middle of the night. So, anyways, folks, that is that. The strong ones are going to continue. We're going to continue to watch radar as long as we can keep our eyeballs open, and after that live stream tomorrow will be Brennan for Eastern Ontario. I'll try my best to pay attention, but Brennan, you might want to be on Polygon duty there because it might be,
Oh, I will be.
especially like if I'm tied up with wedding stuff, it's going to be tricky. So I'll try my best. Amanda's going to like slap the back of my head at some point when I'm looking at my phone and radar when I should be paying attention. But that's how it goes. It's all good. She means well. She's right though. Like got to take a little bit of time off, spend some time with family. So it's that's how things go. So, anyways, good night, everyone. Appreciate it. Good night, Melissa. Good night, Matthew. Good night, Dante, Ashley. Sad face number 40. That's a weird name, but that's cool. 10 Cent says, enjoy the wedding. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. We'll talk to everybody soon. We'll continue to watch this strong wind risk as it moves to the east. If you do want to follow along on Instant Weather Pro, which is what we use in the live streams, you can subscribe at instantweatherpro.com. And if you want to download our free app as well too, it's called Instant Weather. You can get it at instantweatherapp.com. Thank you so much, everyone. Have yourself a good night. Brennan, thank you so much for all your help, and hopefully you get a good night's sleep. Good night, everyone. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.